ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ಓಕೆ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೋಟೇರಿಯನ್ಸ್ಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್. ನಾನು ಶ್ರೀನಾಥ್ ವಸಿಷ್ಠ ಅಂತ ರೋಟರಿ ಮಾಲ್ಗುಡಿಯಿಂದ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ರೋಟರಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಉದ್ಯೋಗಿ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ನಮ್ಮ ನ್ಯೂ ರೋಟೇರಿಯನ್ ಸುಮಾ ಬಾಲಾಜಿ ಅವರು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ
ಸರ್. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನವನೀತ್ ಜೋಶಿ ರೋಟರಿ ವಿದ್ಯಾರಣ್ಯಪುರದಿಂದ.
ಜೋಶಿ ಅವರ
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ಜೋಶಿ ಅವ್ರ ನಮಸ್ತೆ. ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಜೋಶಿ.
ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ನೆಲಮಂಗಲ. ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ಕಾರ್ಯಪ್ಪ ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿ ಅವರು
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Good evening everybody. Selvam George.
Good evening everybody.
DLV Krishna Arjun is come.
ಮಂಜು ಲಾಕ್ಡೌನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು
And
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ.
we'll be able to manage, I think. Just ask him. Then send him out the agenda also, so he'll know all the people who has to make, and tell him especially about this. He has to cap it at about 460 or 470.
That I told him. I activated this YouTube
training assembly.
So in that case, you want to be the host, or you want to hand it over to him?
District only secretary.
he had taken that typically that vaccine shot on the
He is not a big man.
I got from him.
Satish, mute yourself, Satish.
Governor he is only one of
So
the
anyway, either way,
two or three.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಎಲ್ಗಮ್.
He is only one.
Satish, mute yourself. You are able to hear.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ್, ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಿ?
நான் வந்து எங்க கிளப்ல பேசுறேன்.
hello, Krishna.
அது பரவாயில்ல, சொல்லு நீ. நான் அது மீட்டிங் கொடு. படிக்கிட்டா இப்ப வரையா? படிக்கிட்டா ಸರಿ, ನೀ ಫೋನ್ ಹಚ್ಚಿಡು. ನಾನು ಒಂದು
ಗಿರೀಶ್ ಆರಾಧ್ಯ ಅವರು ಬೇಜಾನಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಿಂತಾನೆ ಇದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ. ಚಿಕ್ಕಿ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್.
இதுல கூட கூப்பிடலாம், இந்த மொபைல்ல கூட கூப்பிடலாம். எதுல கூப்பிடணும் உனக்கு?
ಸರ್ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಲಾಕ್ಡೌನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಸರ್ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಕಿರಣ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್.
ಹಲೋ
ಸರ್ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಕಿರಣ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು ಈ ಬೆನವಲೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ ನನ್ ಧ್ವನಿ?
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಹಲೋ
ಸರ್ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್.
Thank you so much, Herniman and Mr. Madhavan.
Thank you, sir. One of the oldest Rotarian. He's a Rotarian from past 46 years.
Good.
Yes. Proudly to say that he's from Greater Jayanagar.
Dr. Rajkumar Abhimani.
Good afternoon. Please, this is Tejaswini Jaisimha from Rotary Bangalore downtown. Namaste.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಾನು ಅರವಿಂದ್, ರೋಟರಿ ಅಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಇಂದ.
ಅಪರ್ಣಾ ಕರಂಪಳ್ಳಿ from Rotary Bangalore ವಿದ್ಯಾರಣ್ಯಪುರ.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ರೋಟರಿ ಎಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಸುರೇಂದ್ರ ರಾವ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ರೋಟರಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಉದ್ಯೋಗ್.
என்பது ಉண்மையா? ಆನ್ ಮೂலம்.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್. ಸೂರ್ಯನಾರಾಯಣ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವಿಶ್ವನಿಡಂ.
மூலமா இருந்ததுன்னா அது ரூல். இந்த பதிலில் மூலம் என்ற மகாமான நட்சத்திரம், இந்த நட்சத்திரம் நட்சத்திரங்களில் ஒன்று. நட்சத்திர வரிசையில் 19வது நட்சத்திரம்.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಗೋಪಾಲ್ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಕೋಲಾರ್.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣಪ್ಪ, ಬಂಗಾರಪೇಟೆ ರೋಟರಿ ಕ್ಲಬ್.
ಹಾಯ್ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. ಅಲ್ತಾಫ್ ಅಹಮದ್, ರೋಟರಿ ರಾಮನಗರ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸೋಮಶೇಖರ್ ರಾವ್ ರಾಮನಗರ.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Lavanya from Spandana.
Hi.
Hi, this is Manoj.
Subramanya.
This is Rotarian Praveen from Rotary Bangalore Downtown. Good to see all of you.
Hi, this is Manoj from Rotary RT Nagar.
Prasad from Kengeri Upnagara Club.
I'm Amar from KGF Prime KGF.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. I'm Vinay Malaya from Rotary Bangalore Metro.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ವಿದ್ಯಾಧರ್
everyone. This is Naveen Jain from Rotary.
Good afternoon. This is Narsiman from Rotary Bangalore Indranagar.
Hello.
Namaste. This is Vivek Chandra from RR Nagar Centennial.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Padmini from Bangalore Centennial.
Hello, good afternoon. Uday Kumar from RBB Bangalore.
Shanta from Rotary KGF.
Good afternoon. This is Subramanya from Rotary Jayanagar, Greater Jayanagar.
This is Anand from Rotary HSR.
This is Madhukar from Rotary E Club of Benevolence.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣಮೂರ್ತಿ ನಾಯ್ಕ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ನಂದಿನಿ.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್.
ಗಿರೀಶ್ ಕುಲಕರ್ಣಿ from Rotary Bangalore Shankara Park.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Ratnam from West.
From Southwest, Rotary Southwest Bangalore.
Good afternoon. Nagraj from Rotary Bangalore I Grounds.
Good afternoon. This is Rotarian Chaya Navandar from Rotary Bangalore Raj Mahal Vilas.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ವಿದ್ಯಾಧರ್ ಕುಲಕರ್ಣಿ from Rotary Vidyanapura Bangalore.
Good afternoon. This is Mallikarjun from Rotary Kengeri.
Good afternoon. This is Pallavi Shekhar from Rotary Metro Bangalore.
Good afternoon. This is Shirley from Benevolence, Bangalore.
Good afternoon. This is Manjula Nagbhushan from Madhugiri.
Hello. Good afternoon. This is Beer from Rotary E-Connect Bangalore.
Good afternoon. This is Suresh Zalan from Rotary Prime Bangalore.
Hello, good afternoon. This is Rotarian Dr. G. Narayana, Chikbalapura BGS.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Surya Narayan from Kengeri Rotary.
Hello. Namaste. Rotary from Vijaypura.
This is Ram Mohan Reddy.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ನಾಗಮಂಗಲ ರೊಟೇರಿಯನ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ವೆಂಕಟೇಶಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್, ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Hello. Habib here from Metro Bangalore.
Hello, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್. ನಾವು ರೋಟರಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಸೌತ್ ಇಂದ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್, ಟ್ರೆಜರರ್.
Good afternoon. This is Srinath from Mathibale Sarjapra.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Jaipal Reddy from Rotary Bangalore HSR, Secretary.
Good afternoon, sir. Sunil from Rotary Bengaluru HSR, TRF.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. I am Suresh from Rotary India.
Good afternoon. Sir, good afternoon. Prem Kumari from Sarjapura, Atibale Sarjapura.
I am Dhanshekar from Rotary Bangalore Southern.
Good
afternoon. I am from Kolar Central, sir.
Good afternoon. I am Nikhil Ramjanath from Rotary Greater Jayanagar.
Sir, good afternoon. I am GC Hanuman from Kolar Central.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್, ರೋಟರಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಅಲ್ಸೂರು.
Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon. This is Nankishore from Banshankari.
Namaskara. Nagbhushan, Rotary.
Good afternoon. This is Prashant, Club Services Director from Rotary Rajarajeshwari Nagar.
Namaskara. This is Subramanya from Rotary Greater Jayanagar.
Subramania sir, welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
See you all.
Namaskara.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Puni here.
Namaskara.
Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon. GC Hanumant from Kolar Central.
This is from Tumkuri.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ವಸಂತಪುರಂ ಬೆಡದಿ ರೋಟರಿ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್.
Good afternoon, all.
This is
Bangalore.
Rotary Bangalore. Also, this is Mohan Kumar, and also from District Rail IT.
Good afternoon, Mohan Kumar.
I'm Nataraj from Pinya.
Good afternoon, Dr. Haran.
Good afternoon, sir.
Haran, good afternoon. Malusiddeya from Rotary JP Nagar.
ಹೌದು, ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ತಮಗೆ.
ಮಾತಾಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕೋಪ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಏನ್ ಸರ್, ಬನ್ನಿ.
Happy afternoon to all. This is Suresh from Rotary Bangalore HSR.
Oh,
Hi. Hi, Suresh.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, sir.
Sir, one announcement. We are live on YouTube also. The YouTube link is in a chat room. We are live on YouTube.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಉದಯ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ರೋಟರಿ ಸೌತನ್.
Namaskara, Uday Kumar.
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಸರ್.
Okay, friends, need to make a small announcement here. I want everyone to pay attention. Now we are almost the capacity of this Zoom account is 500 participants. We are already at.
We are live on YouTube also. The YouTube link is.
I think we're already at 500 already. I thought the waiting room is on. DLV?
Yeah, Satish, you are not audible.
469. Yeah, 469. Yeah.
There are 31 in the waiting room.
Okay. Okay, so can we have that YouTube this one streaming link?
DLV.
Audio not visible.
Sir, DLV.
Okay, I'm going to mute everyone. Please stay muted.
Satish, please
Okay,
unmute
I just
yourself.
muted everyone.
DLV.
Satish.
DLV.
Yes.
Satish, you have to unmute yourself.
DLV.
Call him up, sir.
Okay.
DLV.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Please take my call.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the announcement is we are already full as far as this Zoom account is concerned. So we request all of y'all to copy this link and put it up in your own club.
Hello.
Sir, Anupama Saudi into brother, our letter, because she is the one who has to give the invocation. Anupama Saudi.
PDG sir, mute ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ sir.
Okay, so I'm just repeating this again. I want all of you all to look in the chat box. There is a YouTube link which is given. Please copy that and send it out to all your WhatsApp groups, the club WhatsApp groups, so people can join on YouTube.
Sir, DLV here. Anupama Saudi has not yet come online. Yes, sir.
I think she has come in the name of Ravina Saudi. There's a Ravina there. I'm looking at it.
Shivkumar here.
Good evening, sir.
Hi, madam.
ಹೇಳಿ sir.
ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ from Central.
Sir, she has not yet come. She
Good,
has
sir,
not yet
very
come
good.
online.
Okay.
Unless she has logged in from a different name.
DLV, can you hear me? DLV, can you hear me?
Yeah, I have admitted Anupama Savadi.
DLV, can you hear me?
Yeah. Sir, I have admitted Anupama.
DLV, can you hear me?
Satish, he's already admitted Anupama.
No, I know, but I'm wondering if you can actually hear me.
He's on the call.
Krishna, I'll make you the host.
He's talking to Krishna.
All of us can hear you, Satish. Only DLV can't hear.
What is the name?
She has joined. Sharmaji, she has joined.
So mute all, please. Everybody, please mute
I have
yourself.
made you the host, Krishna. Yeah, very much, yes. Yeah, Satish.
Satish, you are on mute.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you, Satish.
Hello, Satish.
Okay, thanks.
Satish.
Yeah, just hold on, please. Just hold on.
I'm Veena Venkatesh here. Few of my members are not able to log in because the host, it says the host is asking you to wait for some time.
Veena ma'am,
we are full. Please go. There is a YouTube link which is sent to you and the president's WhatsApp group. Please ask them to log in at YouTube.
please share it in your club's group, madam.
Yeah,
Share it in
I'll
your
do
club's group.
Yeah,
If you
sure.
want, I can resend it to you.
Yeah, I will send it. I think I got it.
Please check your president's group, madam. Even
Yeah, I got it.
President group, everybody just send.
Satish.
Yes.
Satish.
Yes, sir. You can address it to any one of us.
She had some difficulty in logging in, so she's logging from mobile.
Okay, so all of you all just pay attention here. See, there is a YouTube link because we have crossed the 500 limit participation that this Zoom account can handle. So we are live streaming this event on YouTube, and just once again, Nagesh sir is calling. Friends, there is this YouTube link which I want all of you all to just copy and post it in your own respective club groups. Please send a small explanation saying that the 500 participation limit is crossed on the Zoom account, and they can view live of this program on YouTube. And they just have to follow the link and they will be taken to YouTube and they can continue participating. So the link is posted by Krishna again. I think Krishna, DG is come. Can you take him in?
Sure. That participate showing you 440. So DG is yet to connect his audio. He's in the meeting.
Yeah, Satish, I think a few of us can log into YouTube so that you can let in more people who are really needed for the.
Yeah, I think it's a good suggestion. Whoever is in our expert in getting to YouTube, please change over, leave this Zoom contact open for those who are coming late and not that expert.
Yeah,
Expert,
so
yes,
we'll get into.
YouTube.
Yeah, we'll get into YouTube. Thank you.
Yeah, please. Everybody is not expert. Please help them, and also those who are really coming in the last, instead of struggling, they can get into Zoom connection quickly. Please help them out.
Yes. Sir, welcome,
good
sir.
evening.
Welcome, sir.
Good evening, Satish.
Good
Good
evening,
evening,
PG. Good evening.
Good evening, PTG sir. What's happening, sir?
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Sir, first, in 15 minutes, we went from few members to about 250, you know.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, somebody have Jama ready.
Okay, I want to make one more appeal here because it's a large number of people who are participating. Please keep yourselves muted. And Krishna, can I speak now?
Yes, sir, you can go ahead now.
So please keep yourself muted at all times. Krishna, can we actually mute once the program starts? Can we mute everyone where we will have a very clear disturbance-free program? I think we can do it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's do that, once we get to that point. So I want all of you all to keep yourself muted because we will start maybe in the next 4 o'clock is our scheduled time. So I'm just going to take you through a couple of announcements about this training program. Just hold on for a bit. So these are just instructions which will help all the participants. DG, with your permission, can I go ahead and do the instructions?
Please go ahead, dear.
Yeah. Friends, so today the entire district training assembly, as you know, is spread out over 3 days. So today is the inaugural session, and the inaugural session will end by about 6:30. That is the scheduled time. Now, once the inaugural is over, tomorrow early morning we are starting with DG. Can you mute DG? Yeah. So tomorrow we are starting the classroom sessions. Now, these are targeted sessions aimed at specific club officers who can be trained, and also the chairs, committees can be trained in that program. So tomorrow morning we'll be starting 9 to 11 for 2 hours, 120 minutes. Our membership seminar, we're calling this like a seminar. We have a keynote address by ARC PDG Rotarian Rajalakshmi Vadlamani, and this is good for participants of that is membership chairs, president-elects, lieutenant governors, zone governors, and assistant governors are expected to participate. So please register yourself and look at the agenda. The agenda has already been circulated to all of you all, so you can look at it. And tomorrow morning, 15 minutes before this program, please log in. We will be sending you a list of links today, which will cover all these programs that I am outlining now. The next session is going to be between 10 and 1. These are all simultaneous sessions. That means each has got a different account, so you don't have to worry about it. So 10 o'clock, sorry, I completely made a mistake here. My apologies. I went straight away to the day 3. Day 2, that is tomorrow, 22nd, 9 to 10 o'clock, 60 minutes. We have a session which is going to be handled by District Governor nominee, Rotarian Jitendra Aneja. This is for vice presidents of all clubs and for president nominees. That is, for presidents who are going to be taking over in the year 22-23. So their session is going to be for 1 hour. Then 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock for 180 minutes, 3 hours. It will be the most important session of the District Training Assembly. This is going to be handled by DGE himself. This is going to be, he'll be explaining how the year is going to pan out. So it will be 3 hours interactive sessions where presidents, secretaries, treasurers, lieutenant governors, zone governors, and assistant governors will be participating. Then we have a session in the afternoon, which is between 3:30 and 6:30 p.m. Now, these are going to be simultaneous sessions. There are going to be totally 5 sessions in this. So each will be for one avenue of service. We'll have club service, youth service, vocational service, international service, and community service. Now, all this has to be attended by president-elects. Wherever they are interested, they want more information on club service, they can be there, or they can move from club service to community service. The president-elects are given that option. But this is essentially for directors in the club. A club service director of a club should go to the club services director's classroom and attend a 2-hour session. So similarly, youth, vocational, international, and only community service will have a 3-hour session. I am going to be the facilitator there, because we also have the focus area directors coming in there. So we will have community service and focus area directors being part of that session. So tomorrow, just sequentially remember it like this. 9 to 10 will be for president, vice presidents, and president nominees. 10 to 1 o'clock is for president-elects and the entire group of secretaries, treasurers, lieutenant governors, zone governors, and assistant governors. 3:30 to 6:30 is the time for classrooms for all the directors, your club service director and all your international service, vocational service, youth, and community service. This will be parallel sessions. So links will be sent to you. So keep track of the links, and then you can enter these classrooms. And we will have facilitators, and we will also have the directors of all avenue service directors, that is the district director designates, will be there to take you through what is in the kitty for the coming year. So you can ask questions, interact with them, get an idea about how things are going to pan out. So we will go on to day 3. Day 3, we have again the session starting at 9 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock. These are divided into 3 seminars. Now, this is a very important area because RI is focusing on these areas. So these seminars will be for 2 hours. The first one is on membership. There will be a keynote address by PDG Rajalakshmi Vadlamani. And this is for the membership chairs and all the president-elects of the clubs. And then we have 11:30 to 1:30. We have the session on public image. So here RPIC, PDG, Deepak, Shikaripur will be addressing all of the public image chairs and the president-elects. Then we have another session at 3 o'clock, 3 to 5 o'clock, where we will be having the Rotary Foundation seminar. There, the keynote address is by RRFC, PDG, Rotarian Lakkaraju Satyanarayan. This is for all the TRF chairs, president-elects, and of course, all these sessions, we are requesting the lieutenant governors, zone governors, and assistant governors to attend. So you have, good breaks in between for lunch, and for your, breaks, whatever, coffee, tea, all these breaks are available. It is very neatly positioned so that you can attend all these sessions. So on day 3, in the evening, we come to the concluding session. Now this session is going to start at 5:30, and then it is going to go on till 7:15. Now this is a valedictory session. So this is this session we will have again, details about the upcoming post-stake conference. You'll know how the awards pan out. Again, this is a plenary session. This is just like the inaugural session, open to everyone. All of you all can come and participate in this. You will know about the CSR opportunities. Then, of course, you have the icing on the cake is that we will have RIPN, Rotary International President nominee, Rotarian Jennifer Jones, addressing all of us. And today, my friends, we have RI Director Kamal Sangvi, who will be addressing us. So it is going to be 3 days of intense learning. It is spread out very nicely so that all of you all can enjoy these sessions. There's a lot of learning that can happen in the process. And we will also send out a combined, or rather a list of all these sessions from tomorrow morning, starting tomorrow morning, with the links. We will give you the Zoom ID and the password so that it will facilitate people joining. Now, I have one request from all the president-elects, and in fact, the directors, the AGs, and the zone governors and the lieutenant governors. As soon as you get this, please ensure that it is sent in your WhatsApp groups, in your club WhatsApp groups. Everybody gets to understand which link they have to be part of. Try and explain it to them in your own way so that they can also come in and participate. So these are the instructions for now, and we are very close to 4 o'clock, and we will start in about 3 or 4 minutes from now. Krishna?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay, so we have, are there people still in the waiting room?
There are few, sir.
Okay, I think you can send them a message, no? With the
Yes.
YouTube link.
Yes, sir, I've shared.
Okay. So are all the, Krishna, is everybody who's got a role, have they been admitted?
Yes, sir. As of now, yes.
Yeah.
I'll
Chief
just
guest
go
is
through
yet
the
to
list.
come.
Yeah.
Sir? Chief guest, sir?
Chief guest will.
Yeah, when he comes, we'll admit him. We'll admit him. Upendra sir has come?
Yeah, he is in.
Yeah, okay. DG and district trainer, sir, whenever you're ready, I think in about 2 minutes from now, we should be good to go.
We will start. DG, please.
DG said he's coming. He called me. Has DG come in, Krishna?
DG hasn't come yet. One second.
Yeah. Keshav, can you just...
Now he's yes.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah, he just...
Satish?
Yes, DG.
Yeah, Kamal Sangviji is going to come in at 4:50.
No problem. We'll keep track.
450.
We'll keep track, and we will let him.
DG sir has joined, sir.
He's joined? Okay.
Yes.
Governor, welcome.
Hi, Satish. Thank you.
So we were just waiting for you to start. If you're good to go, then...
Yeah, we can start, Satish.
Okay.
356.
56, or in my, this one, it's showing 359.
Okay.
Oh, it's 1556. Okay, so we'll wait for 2 or 3 minutes. So I'm going to ask DG a couple of questions.
Yes, sir.
So how's the year been, DG, for you? You know, the pandemic year.
Yeah. Yeah, pandemic here. Started with pandemic and ending with pandemic, right?
PG.
Yeah.
Not
So
DG,
as I
PG.
said last time, everybody said PDG. Not
Pandemic district governor.
Yes, they said pandemic district governor, right?
Right.
So it was challenging and fun, but a lot of service could be done. That was one of the things. Fellowship, yes, we had some opportunity for fellowship, about 3-4 months at least, where we could do that. Our Bandipur projects, then then ICGFs. Some of them, yes, we got that mixed response.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So I think you are actually being very modest, when you are saying, you're just saying it as a matter of fact. But for me, I think you had a rocking year, despite the pandemic. You are all over the place. I think you had your you had your sights set firmly on doing as many projects as possible, and we can actually see the result. It's an amazing year in terms of what Rotary has done in stepping out and serving the people. You have motivated every Rotarian to come out, and but that is because you yourself were out all the time. Were you not afraid at any point of time?
No, actually, see, if I had not come out, then what would have happened is people would have said governor himself not out, and also they say, see what can be done. Even governor, they would have just pitied me instead of telling me that people now you have done so many projects, your team has done so much. Instead of that, people would have pitied me and said, sir, what a bad year for you. That's it. So I didn't want to take that pity. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, but
hats off to you, Governor.
I think what is this? How many people it can take? This link?
It can take only 500. There's another 400 or 500 who are actually watching this streaming on YouTube.
That is why it's already 496. That's the reason I asked you.
No. In fact, it crossed 488 at 344.
Oh, very good.
But actual number of participants who have been admitted is 488.
Yeah.
At this point in time.
Yeah. And we have another 300 or 400 watching on YouTube. I think Keshav can give us the feedback on that a little later as to how many of them are watching. We have about 1,260 registrations. People have actually filled up the form and registered for this event. What I was very happy is that a lot of the outside Bangalore members were the first to come in, and I could see a lot of friends from non-city clubs who had already joined in very early today. So that was an amazing thing. Okay,
Satish,
so
yeah,
let's start. Yeah, okay. So good evening, friends, and a very warm welcome from my side for this district training assembly, one of the most important training events, in the calendar year, as when it comes to a new year, a new Rotary beginning, a new year. So this is a much awaited event. And before we go any further, I would also like to take a minute's silence for all the people, all the friends and family who has left us in the last 6 to 8 months. It's been a very tragic year, my friends. It's been a year where we have cried together, we have stepped out, tried to help people. Everybody has been affected in one way or the other. And the least we can do is to observe a minute's silence, and then we will go from there. Thank you, my friends. Thank you so much. I know many of you all have lost, dear and near ones. We stand together with all of you all in this hour of distress. I believe we will overcome this and humanity will prevail. But the only way we can get past this is by going through this situation, fighting it out, and there is no other way. There is no easy way. Rotary has always stood in the forefront of serving the community. So let's continue on this journey in the same zeal, and at the same time ensure that we ourselves, we and our families, stay safe. Nothing moves in this world without the Lord's blessings. So I'm going to call upon President-elect Anupama Savdi to deliver the interfaith prayer. Anupama?
Good evening to everyone present today. I invoke the blessings for this prayer. God grant us the spark to imagine, the daring to innovate, the discipline to plan, the skill to do, the will to achieve, the commitment to be responsible, the leadership to motivate. God, give us the strength to endure this situation and continue ahead. Please guide our thoughts, words, and actions. As Rotarians, we are the people of action. Give us the courage to face the challenges, walk with confidence, keeping our head high. God bless us to be the change makers, to serve and change lives by doing good in this world.
Thank you so much, President-elect Anupama. That was lovely. So good to see you again. So good to see all the presidents and all the members again. Now to deliver the formal welcome, I would request our District Secretary Designate, Rotarian DLV Sharma, to formally welcome you.
Thank you, Satish. Good evening and a warm welcome to each one of you on this virtual platform for this today's online district training assembly. District Training Assembly, as all of us know, is one of the most important training programs that a DGE will roll out before the starting of the Rotary year. In this program, it will be in tandem with the district training team. The objective of this district training assembly would be to ensure that the incoming officers at the club level for their year in office, they are developed and build their team and their leadership team. Give DGE and in our district, the zone governors and the assistant governors and all the district officers to work with the club officers and build and develop a working relationship with them. And the last one would be to ensure that from the district, the overarching goal of the district is shared with all the club officers. They know so that what is exactly be expected of them, what is the kind of commitment that they should be giving. Such an important program as this, we will be having in a short while from now. The RI Director Kamal Sanghvi, I cordially welcome him on behalf of all of you, the district officers and the RI officers. I extend a very warm and a cordial welcome to RI Director Kamal Sanghvi. We have with us our own serving district governor, BL Nagendra Prasad. Again, on behalf of all of you and on my personal behalf and all the RI officers, I extend a warm and a cordial welcome to the serving district governor, BL Nagendra Prasad. The architect by profession and the chief architect of this entire program today is our own DGE, Fazal Mahmood. on behalf of each one of us, I extend a warm and a cordial welcome to our own DGE, Fazal Mahmood. Also, we have with us the District Governor Ramini, Aneja. Warm but a cordial welcome to you, sir, as well. A galaxy of past district governors are there, and I extend a warm welcome to all the past district governors who have logged in at this point in time on this virtual platform. Our own trendsetter, past district governor, district mentor, KP Nagesh, district trainer, PDG Nagendra, deputy district trainer Satish, and all the district officers, a very warm welcome to each one of you. Lastly, never the least, all the president-elects, secretary-elects, treasurers, all the club officers, a very warm and a cordial welcome to each one of you. Have a wonderful session. All the very best. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, DLV. Thank you so much. Friends, I would like to request our district trainer, PDG Dr. S. Nagendra, to talk to you about the purpose behind the district training assembly. Yes.
Good afternoon, friends. District Training Assembly is one of the most important training programs of any district governor-elect. As all of us know, Rotary believes in training. It doesn't want any officer, whether at the club level or the district level or at the Rotary International level, to take over a position without being trained for his position. We know very well the district governors are trained, the district officers are trained, assistant governors, zone governors are trained, presidents are separately trained, secretaries and treasurers have been trained. The focus of this particular district training assembly is to give that input to the club officers. There are several club officers, particularly the important chairs and the avenue directors. Be it the membership chair, public image chair, TRF chair, or the 5 avenue directors, the most important 8 people in the club, plus other office bearers like vice president, president-elect, then we have the joint secretaries and then treasurer and of course the sergeant-at-arms. They need to know their roles. In fact, several of these people are asking, what is my role? They need to understand their role before they take over. That is the purpose of this training assembly. We need to understand. Now we may say public image director at the club level. What is his role? What is he expected to do? What is the role of TRF chair in the club? So friends, this training assembly is designed in such a way that all these people get their inputs. They get the clarity on their roles. They get to know what they need to do the next year. This is exactly the purpose of this training assembly. Friends, please make use of this. I know we would have been very happy to do this physically, where there could have been interactions, one-to-one talking and everything. But unfortunately, the situation demands that we be on virtual platform. And believe me, the training team, all of them have really made efforts. In fact, I know quite a few of them have worked day and night in the last a week's time for putting all this information together. So friends, please make use of this great opportunity to learn. Come into all these sessions. That is why we said we will not do it continuously for 6 hours or 8 hours on 2 days or 1 day, but we have spread it out in such a way that all of you can come in, understand. And of course, the most important people are president-elects. They need to be there everywhere. So with this request, let us understand our roles and work towards the good to change this world. And of course, let's be the change makers to change the lives of others. Thank you.
Thank you, District Trainer, sir. Thank you so much for explaining very clearly what the purpose is. Friends, our District Trainer is taking over this role for the third time. He has been an amazing, go-to man for a lot of people in this district. He's been a taskmaster. He's been very clear about how and why we should be doing a certain training or why a certain kind of module has to be evolved. So this has been a good learning experience for the entire training team as well. Thank you so much, sir. You've been an inspiration for all of us. And now to listen to our leader, District Governor Nagendra Prasad. We don't need to introduce him, but still, I won't let this opportunity pass without telling you how much of an inspiration he has been to our entire district. He's become one of the best governors in India. In fact, I think he will be in the top 5 when it comes to the whole world. During a pandemic year, with all your support, he's brought in about 1,000 odd members, plus 20 clubs, which is an amazing, achievement. Very humble, very approachable. Anybody can go into his office, meet him, have a discussion with him, and come back getting some kind of a response or a direction into what we need to do. Comes from a very well-known family, very, involved in the development of Bangalore. They're basically developers. They've developed more than 85 layouts in Bangalore. He is a second-generation businessman and out-and-out Bangalore boy. And he is really the man in the driver's seat. We have seen it in the last 11 months. We have a month to go, and his leadership continues to motivate all of us. So now let's listen to what our district governor has to say, and I would like to request him to formally inaugurate this district training assembly.
Thank you, Satish Madhavan, for that introduction. Good evening, Ellargu Namaskara. I would like to start with saying of Brian Tracy, which says, a true test of a leadership is how well you function in a crisis. Friends, this crisis of pandemic has engulfed the whole world, more so in our country, the second wave. Friends, one cannot sleep over the matter, say that there is a pandemic and one cannot do anything. That only shows, if you want to show your passion, you want to show your potential, and you want to show your leadership, what is required is how well you can function in this crisis. I think DGA is such a good program wherein we meet the whole district, the district officers, the past, future, and a district trainer like my governor, and fondly I call him Mr. Dr. S. Nagendra, taking for the 4th time. Really, I would like to congratulate him and the whole team for all the efforts they have been putting up. Let me recognize I hope our Kamal Sangvi sir is already logged in, and Nagendra, Dr. S. Nagendra, my friend, DGE, the leader in waiting, in hardly that is 39 days now, DG Rotarian Fazil Mamad, and the First Lady Sabaya. And let me recognize my friend, my trainer, my mentor, PDG KP Nagesh. And I also see that we have all our presidents, elects, president, vice presidents, secretaries, and the whole board here. Let me welcome them once again on behalf of the district. And I also see my friends Satish Madhavan, Suresh Warrior, then all the 3 district secretaries, Sharma, Harni, Then I think, I hope I've covered everybody here. Then friends, I think looking at this pandemic, how things have happened this 11 months and how we have taken this district with the help of Skyrocket presidents and the Skyrocket team. Friends, as Satish Madhavan said, we have crossed 1,430 members as on date with more than 20 clubs and 4 satellite clubs and 3 more satellite clubs are on the way. And with that, I think we will be crossing more than 1,500 membership and we stand number 1 in the world as on date. Friends, not only that, we have crossed about 4,000 plus projects so far. We have done about 20 plus global grants. Yes, TRF is the only where we have a lot of promises, and I'm sure we'll cross. We should be number 2 in the world, aiming for number 1, but definitely we'll be number 2. Friends, all these things, how did it happen? Is at this challenging time. This, friends, is very important because the pandemic, we do not know how far it's going to continue. It's for a couple of months or it's going to be for short time. Whatever may be, we all should be prepared as leaders to take this further. I also see our DGN, Jitendra Aneja, is here. Yes, and this, I think the combination of the leaders in the district has made this district a vibrant district. It is the past district governors, it is the current governor, the future governors, all put together, the leadership which has shown and taken this teamwork of 3190 to greater heights. Friends, why do I say this? Friends, I think the president-elects, you need to closely work with the past presidents and the board. It's very, very important. Without the teamwork, nothing can be done. That is what has been taught. Apart from this, I would also like to say, in Bhagavad Gita, we all have heard, Bhagavad Gita does not belong to any religion. It does not belong to any caste. Bhagavad Gita is how a common man has to lead the life. That is what it teaches. If anybody can see or hear what it is there in Bhagavad Gita. When Arjuna gets confused, he says, my cousins are there, my brothers are there. How can I fight? I'm not able to fight. He gets confused. He says, my mind is confused and it is like a wind, heavy wind. Every minute is changing. What should I do, Krishna? Krishna says, friend, you are in the warfield. You have taken this duty. Now it is your duty to perform that duty. Leave the rest to me. Leave the result to me. Friends, that is what we have taken now. We have taken right or wrong. We have taken our assignments. We have taken, this is our duty. We have taken a president. We have taken a district secretary. We have taken XYZ. But whatever it is, that is our dharma. That is our karma to see that we all perform irrespective of whatever may be the challenges. That is the most important thing. Also, I would like to say, friends, practice. The practice, it has no alternate. For practice, there is no alternate. You have repeated practicing. You talk of any cricket player today. If I talk of Virat Kohli, he says, practice 3 hours per day. And he says, my body pains. My mind says, come on, enough. But he does not allow that. He says, no, I need to practice because I need to reach my goal. Friends, reaching the goal is one important thing. Practicing is important. Here, there is no practice as such, but patience, persistence, the purpose for what we have taken, the process, and with pain. Friends, there will be pain sometimes, but you need to take that pain because you're the leader. A leader has to take that when it arises. Friends, I think one more important thing, every time I keep repeating is ego. Ego is one important thing because we are all leaders. We are leaders in our own field. When we come here, friends, there will be a lot of ego problems here. How you handle, this is basically an HR. If you are a good HR, I think you become a good leader, friends. So this is how you sacrifice sometimes, how your mind works, what is your attitude, that is the most important thing, and how you carry it is the most important thing I would like to tell you. Tolerate, toleration and patience. These are very important things, friends. I would say that patience is most important thing in this Rotary. I heard a small video of Edwin Moses. He has won more than 122 races. He's a good athlete, especially in the 400 meters hurdles. He always says that, he takes the pain. He says, I have the ability to control my pain. That is how I'm able to win all the races so far. Friends, we are all human beings. We have anger. Please control your anger. Please control. And the patience will lead to success. At the end of the year, friends, somebody will say, what is that you have achieved? What is that you have done? If somebody comes and says, no, he didn't cooperate, he didn't do that, it is of no use, friends. It is because it is not the satisfaction alone. You need the success. Success is not the alone. You need the satisfaction. You should be happy. Your soul should be happy. Your heart should be happy. Your mind should be happy. For that, friends, you have to sacrifice sometimes as a leader. You need to sacrifice. Please underline that sacrifice and ego are very, very important if you want to become a true leader, a good leader. Then, I was just saying over a poem, a poet says that many of them, they reach the peak, but many of them not able to. Why is that? He says, when everybody is sleeping, the leader, he always practices. He always puts in extra efforts. For what? He wants to become the leader. He wants to see the success. He wants to see the end. Friends, so that is very important. Time, again, time management is very, very important. You need to give little extra time for Rotary. It is absolutely required. Without time and your efforts and your mindset, I'm sure nothing can be achieved. That is absolutely required, friends. I was just going through one of the Swamiji's recital. He says, whatever that comes out of the body, it's a sweat or whatever it is, everything smells bad. But what is that good? A good word, a sweet word from your mouth is very important. That is please have a sweet word from you. That is most important thing. Each one of us have to have that. Friends, I think if each one of us are leaders, you know that, how things will happen. But you can always learn from others. There is nothing wrong from learning from others. Please, you are slow, doesn't matter. Go slow, you will win the race. But don't stop at any point of time. Don't stop at any point of time, because I have seen some of our leaders in the Rotary, at some point of time, they just stop working itself. The DG is put into a lot of inconvenience, hardship. Please, that is my sincere request to each one of you. You have accepted it. You have accepted the post. It is not the DG who has asked you or the leaders who have asked you. You have accepted it. Once you accept the post, please take it with responsibility. And every position is important. It is small or big is not important, but you have to keep moving. That is, your role is not important. How you perform your role is the most important thing, friends. And whenever you get agitated, friends, please be silent. Be silent. That is the answer, because silence is always the best thing. Friends, I would also like to tell you, there is no poison that can kill our positiveness, but there is no medicine for negative. So always be positive, and you will definitely reach the goal. That is what I have told all my team from the day one, friends. And that is how our Skyrocket presidents are successful. Friends, I think there is no shame in not knowing, but shame lies in not finding out what you wanted to do it. There is no shame in not knowing, but shame lies in not finding out. So friends, I always believe that, the lion is not a big animal, but it's still the king of the jungle. When compared to elephant, it is small, when you look at the deer, it runs faster than the lion, but still lion is the king. Why? Why? Because of the attitude. It believes of the lion. Friends, I would like to tell you that chain makers, this is a great opportunity for you. Please, see, we have here to pick up all the opportunities. Let's all pick up the opportunities to serve the and to change the lives of many of our society friends who are all suffering now at this pandemic. There is a lot of opportunity for each one of us to keep on working and see that what best we could do to serve this society. So thank you, and I wish each one of you all the best. And I hope I have not run the time. If sorry for that. So thank you very much for this great opportunity. I wish DG Fazal Bhai and the whole team all the best, and thanks to the training team for the excellent program they have been doing, because I've been there for all the training program. And thank you once again. Thank you, and back to Satish.
Thank you, DG. Please continue to motivate us, continue to inspire us, and we are there with you and with District 3190 to make sure that we fight this pandemic out and continue to retain our status as one of the best districts in the world. Now, friends, it's time to understand who our incoming leader is, and the best way to do it is to get an introduction. And this is going to be a video introduction of our incoming leader. We have already named him the Gentleman Governor. And as you go on and see him perform, you will more than understand why we have started calling him the Gentleman Governor. Keshav, if you are ready, let's get the video introduction on.
In 1992, the then district governor, H.K.V. Reddy, thought of starting a new Rotary club. He appointed me as the GSR, that is Rotary Bangalore Metro. While scouting for good members, I came across a young and lovely couple, Fazal and Sabiha. At first sight, they appeared to me as humane and humble. Over the years, during my interaction with Fazal, I found him a very tolerant person and also one who could develop good relationships. These are the best values of Rotary. Clubbing these values with humility, he has developed himself as an excellent Rotarian. Now, he is embarking on his path to become the leader of this district. I wish the couple all the very best.
An architect is one who needs to have communication, interpersonal skills, special imagination, pay attention to details, teamwork, and most importantly, to work under pressure to meet deadlines. All this rolled into one individual, Rotarian Fazal Mahmood, the eldest son of late Mr. Afzal Ahmed, Accounts Officer ITI, and late Mrs. Zubeda Naz, was born and brought up in Basonugudi of Namma Bengaluru. For Fazal, as he is fondly referred to, family is where his life begins and love never ends. With a charming wife, Rotarian Sabiha, Charter President Inaugural Metro, son Danish Mahmood, a practicing architect, married to Mrs. Sania Danish, an IT engineer, and daughter Masira Mahmood, an interior designer. A keen sportsman and athlete, has captained the school and college football teams, bringing laurels to the institution. A cadet of Army NCC and a regular blood donor. A practicing architect since 1986 under the banner Matrix Consultants. Over 3 decades, the firm has designed a wide spectrum of projects ranging from institutions, mosques, commercial buildings, boutique villas, interiors for corporate and residential projects. It's all in the family, with his children standing by their father in his profession. Every man is an architect of his future and fortune. Fazal, the architect, is not only an artist, but an optimistic realist. He began his Rotary journey in the year 1979 as a charter member of the Rotaract Club of Jayanagar and went on to become president in the year 1984-85. He was recognized with Outstanding President of the Year award, served as secretary at the Multi-District Rotaract Conference in the same year, which saw participation of around 1,500 delegates from all around our country. Joined as charter member of Rotary Bangalore Metro in April 1993, was the president of the club in the year 1997-98. He has been part of the district team since 96-97. Some of the important assignment milestones in this journey as 3 times DRCC, Assistant Governor, Conference Vice Chairman, Conference Secretary, District Secretary, Zone Governor, and Directors Coordinator. He was Chairman for the District Training Assembly and 3 ICGFs, Youth Service, Club Service, and TRF. Over the last 3 decades, he has been part of club, district, and global grant service projects, providing relief and solace for a wide range of community causes for the disadvantaged, distressed, and vulnerable section of our society. His efforts have contributed in building stronger communities and promoting equality and opportunity for all. A graduate of the Rotary Leadership Institute, RLI, he has served as the district training team as a facilitator for PETS, AGTS, DOTS, and district assembly. Over the years, he has attended Rotary regional seminars and summits and the Rotary International Convention in Bangkok. He is a major donor to the Rotary Foundation. His social life has been equally engaging. He is the Vice Chair of the International Association for Religious Freedom, IARF, Bangalore chapter. This forum promotes religious harmony and human rights protection. Life member of the Youth Hostel Association of India, an organization involved in promoting adventure amongst the youth. Founder, trustee, and vice president of Indian Foundation for Global Peace Education, with the mission of developing youth for a globalized world through exchange programs. Visited Germany and other European countries as leader of IFGPE's Indo-German Youth Exchange Delegation. Visited Sri Lanka twice as a leader of IFGP's Indo-Sri Lankan Youth Exchange Delegation for a program of NYSE, Government of Sri Lanka. Member of the United Religions Initiative, URI, a global grassroots interfaith network that cultivates peace and justice by engaging people to bridge religious and cultural differences. Advisor and mentor for Basanagudi Youth Trust, an organization involved in the welfare of youth of Basanagudi. Vice President of Crescent Institutions, a school for underprivileged students. Governing Council member of Crescent PU College. World are very eager to succeed, and our DGN believes in building youth for the future rather than building the future for the youth. The virtue that is most divine in him is his humility, which helps him appreciate and admire the good in others. His attitudes are contagious and worth emulating. A self-disciplined, motivated, youthful leader is all set to take on the mantle of leadership of RID 3190 in 21-22. He is our Rotarian Fazal Mahmood. Ladies and gentlemen, here we present to this august gathering our district leader for 21-22, dashing and dynamic, Rotarian Fazal Mahmood, and his gracious aunt, Rotarian Sabia Fazal.
Yes, DG, all yours.
Yeah, thank you, Satish. Thank you, Keshav, for that audiovisual presentation. District Governor, skyrocking, Nagendra Prasad, District Governor nominee, Jitendra Ranera ji, keynote speaker of the day, Rotary International Director, Rotarian Kamal Sangvi, District Mentor, past District Governor, Flight Lieutenant KP Nagesh, District Trainer, past District Governor, Dr. S. Nagendra, our esteemed RI officers, the pillars of District 3190, Changemaker Rotary leaders, Changemaker presidents and club officers, Game Changer first ladies, dear friends in Rotary, and friends of Rotary, ladies and gentlemen. A very good evening to one and all. Yellarge namaskara. Dear friends, Rotary has lasted 116 years because of our strong ethics, our passion for service above self, and our unique approach to problem solving. One of the greatest strengths of Rotary is how we reach across our communities and across national, ethnic, religious, and political divisions to unite people of all denominations and different cultural backgrounds. Dear friends, there is a great turmoil today, but these are not the usual times, not in span of human history. The wisdom of the ages is especially important to help us set our path and purpose. As our district governor Nagendra Prasad said, we got to have a path destined for all of us, and there has to be a purpose, my dear friends. We have inherited a very rich legacy as our past district leaders have strived hard to build this strong and beautiful edifice of RI District 3190 over the years. And we are seeing what our district governor has been doing. Dear friends, a huge responsibility lies on our shoulders. Let us all work together and strive hard to retain the pride and glory of our District 3190. My congratulations to our skyrocketing district governor, Nagendra Prasad, who has remarkably led this great district 3190 in these challenging times. He did share his success stories, and he said that how you got to be tolerant and then take the lead, and you got to be silent when there is some irritation, and that is the best language you can convey to the other Rotarians. He and his team of skyrocketing presidents, along with the Rotarians of our district, have braved and stood in the forefront to handle every situation and served humanity in these challenging times. He, along with Rotarians of our district, stood the ground by lending their talent, time, and treasure when the community needed Rotarians as saviors. Dear friends, it is Rotary who can be succor to the persons affected. Congratulations to all the 6,000 plus Rotarians of our district. This Rotary year, our district created ripples in the Rotary world by a lot of heart-touching service projects and recording the highest membership growth thus far in these challenging times. And we were told by our DG, we are second in the TRF giving. I am sure in the next 39 to 40 days, if all of us put our best foot forward, we will be number one in membership, and we will definitely be number one in the TRF giving. DG, we are with you on this. I'm sure we will achieve this and see that District 3190 breaks its own records set in the year 15-16 when Flight Lieutenant Nagesh took it to a different height. And I'm sure he is the leader who is going to help us out to see that we break this record. It's seldom said that leaders allow others to break their records, but we have such leaders in our District 3190 who will be showing us the way and motivating all of us to break all those records which have been set by them. And I'm sure with all of us, with you and the support of the past district governors, you are going to achieve this. I will assure you this, our district governor. Such challenges forces one to face the unknown with a lot of grit and determination. One ends up digging very deep within to find the inner strength that one never thought existed. My dear Rotarians, this is the fire in us which brings out one's best when things seem impossible. The outbreak of the pandemic may have altered the way Rotary clubs function, but it will not dampen our Rotary enthusiasm and spirit. We are surrounded by a lot of loss, pain, grief, stress, and hatred. But my dear friends, as Rotarians, all we need to give is love, compassion, and kindness. Let us share this in abundance, because this is the time when all of us need this. In good times, the applause, that you heard is so valuable to you. In bad times, the hand placed on your weary shoulder is more valuable than the applause. Someone is always in need of your hands to applaud or place their hands on their shoulders. Be there for them when they are in need. Because not only everyone else needs Rotarians, but the Rotarians themselves need Rotarians as their friends. Let us show and prove to the world, my dear friends, how Rotary equips Rotarians to serve, especially in these times of crisis. We shall brainstorm sustainable service projects, way to increase TRF giving, and build awareness of what Rotary does to grow Rotary membership. It is Rotarians who are going to write the future, my dear friends. It is said, nothing is written. Dear friends, we have to write it. By serving to change lives through our engagement and noble efforts, we shall write history. It is time we fuel our passion. As our district governor said, how important it is to be passionate. Passion is to serve. To serve is an ongoing Rotary story. Dear friends, impairments can easily be rectified by medical interventions, but impairment of mind has to be rectified by ourselves through self-cleansing and introspection of both our heart and mind. Let us together, through Rotary service, show that Rotary cares for the community and Rotarians are people of action. The world needs Rotary now more than ever before, my dear friends. We need to grow, expand our reach, and enhance Rotary's public image. My dear change maker leaders, we shall together engage, empower, collaborate, and celebrate Rotary by planning and preparing ourselves for an amazing Rotary year 2021-22 when we serve to change lives. You as the change makers will play a stellar role in the year 2021-22 when we serve to change lives. The measure of intelligence is said the ability to change. The change maker leaders, every year Rotary sees a change of leadership guard at every level across the globe. And I'm sure you easily start adapting to the new role and responsibility the Rotary asks you for. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. My dear change maker leaders, it is up to us to make sure Rotary opens opportunities for now and the generations to come when we serve to change lives. We need to dream big, my dear friends. Dreams are today's answers to tomorrow's questions. As we serve to change lives, we find our own purpose and add meaning and value to our own lives. Rotary International President-elect Shekhar Mehta ji has urged Rotarians to become more involved in service projects. He emphasized caring for and serving others is the best way to live, as it changes not only others' lives but our own as well. Dear friends, by participating in service projects, we can change our lives as well. Dear change makers, let us lead by example and be a role model to our generation next. As all of us are aware, that Rotaract has been elevated in Rotary. You are committed to encourage young people of our community. Now is the opportunity for Rotarians to be role models and mentors to the young people. As our youth grow into young adults, we need to instill in them the same desire and spirit of Rotary to serve the future generations. It is the bounded responsibility of every Rotarian to prepare them for the future. Let us emphasize on empowering girls by addressing the inequities that girls face worldwide, by improving their health conditions, well-being for them, education and economic security in their community to ensure their access to resources. We need to do more through service projects and observe Rotary Days of Service. If we have to do more, we need to grow more. You just heard our district governor saying that we are about 1,400 plus, and I'm sure we are going to cross the magnificent mark about 1,700 plus in the next 39-40 days. we need to increase and grow our membership. Our district stands #1 in membership growth as of now in the Rotary year 2021. Our responsibility in the next 40 days is to help the present team to emphasize on retention of members at the clubs. And our Chainmaker presidents have set a target of 30% growth in membership in Rotary year 2021-22. That means we are going to add 22 new members in the Rotary year 2021-22. This target was set at Chai Pe Charcha by our Chainmaker presidents, facilitated by our district mentor, past district governor, KPN. Rotary International President has given a membership mantra, each one bring one. Dear friends, you know and we understand Rotarians love challenges, but no matter what it is, only when you are challenged in any aspect of your life do you raise the bar set by yourself and rise above it. You tend to do better and better, excel to greater heights, and learn to expect the unexpected. Dear Changemaker leaders, the task ahead of us is never greater than the strength within us, and the doubts in front of us are never greater than our wisdom. As Changemakers, our priority in the Rotary year 21-22 is to serve, to change lives. By engaging with our Rotarians, our families, the communities we serve, the stakeholders we work with, and see to that we empower all of them, then we in collaboration will work to celebrate Rotary in the year 21-22. Dear friends, I am sure you will have a lovely training program for the next 3 days. Please be there as our past district governor, our trainer, who has said that it is going to help you in your endeavors in future and the years to come. You are here to learn and go forth to serve, to change lives. Thank you, my dear friends, for being here with us. Thank you, Satish, and over to you, Satish.
Thank you, DG. What a rocking start. All my friends, you will agree that we are ready to roll. We have 39 days for the end of this Rotary year before we begin the next Rotary year. But from the discussion or the talk from both the leaders, it is going to be seamless. This year is just going to move into the next, and we are all going to renew our efforts into making sure that we have another rocking Rotary year. Now, friends, we have a very important area to cover. Now, a lot of people look at club leadership as something of a role that they just do in the course of their Rotary journey. Now, how important this club leadership is going to be explained by none other than our chief mentor and current district trainer, our PDG KP Nagesh. He has been in the forefront of change when it comes to District 3190. In fact, he brought in this concept of why can't District 3190, why not? In fact, he's called the why not governor. He says, why don't we become the #1 district in the world? There is a little known fact when he was asked by, in his training, to give an idea as to the kind of donations or donors amount that he can raise for TRF. He just wrote, he says, we will be #1. And friends, he just didn't write it. He achieved it within 366 days. In 2015-16, it was a leap year, so we had 1 day extra. So we also achieved the #1 position in membership and the highest number of clubs anywhere in the world, 52 new clubs. He is going to be our mentor, and today he's going to talk about the importance of club leadership. PDG, sir. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Satish. Devata Mansha about District 3190, District Governor Nagendra Prasad, Gentleman Governor Fazal Bhai Mahmood, and another dashing Governor to be DG and Anejaji, our world-class, vibrant, world-class leader, our Kamal Sangvi sir, very knowledgeable and visionary, I can say, our district trainer Nagendra sir, and all my world-class Rotarians of this wonderful district 3190. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಆತ್ಮೀಯರೇ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಹಬ್ಬದ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಲಾರದು. ಇಡೀ ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಅವರ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಆಗಿ district governor elect will be building his team with lots of training programs. I'm closely watching the training activities for the year, wonderfully prepared in spite of this COVID, with the combination of physical meetings and these online meetings. Teams are ready. We are all here today to celebrate and getting into the next year. It is like a new year. I always remember the district assembly, whenever the district assembly comes, as like Yugadi festival. Yugadi kelidaru Yugadi ಮರಳಿ ಬರುತ್ತಿದೆ ಅನ್ನಂಗೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ರೋಟರಿ ವರ್ಷ ಮುಗಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೊಸ ರೋಟರಿ ವರ್ಷ ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿನೇ ಒಂದು ತಿರುವು. I remember 2 years back when Dr. Samir Aryani has given this district assembly in a theme, co-vice team. What a enjoyable and joyful moment that was. Anyhow, last 2 years we missed out this opportunity of meeting physically, but however, our district 319 has picked up online training to the best and things are happening very good. And also our district governor, I can say it is like just like I can compare this year on year as a IPL tournament. This year our district governor leading our district like Rohit Sharma leading in Bombay. Everything, no stone unturned, everything intact. So want to win a tournament? Yes, from first match till the last match is very challenging and interesting. Yes, our governor has done it. Likewise, our governor-elect Pasilbhai is also worked out like MS Dhoni without taking any chance. Very cool way, his own style. He is also preparing himself and getting into it. When somebody asks me whom we're going to compare our Anajabhai, I can't compare anybody except Virat Kohli. That's how he is. He's going to be a wonderful leader. Under the training of this wonderful coach, I can say our Nagendra sir, district is doing very well. Friends, today's subject, the importance of club leadership. So Rotary International is an organization depends totally on clubs. Rotary clubs are members of Rotary International and we Rotarians are members of our Rotary Club. Rotary takes ordinary persons and convert them as extraordinary leaders. It all depends on the leader's involvement and commitment. More you involve, more you commit, more you enjoy Rotary, you will become an extraordinary leader where you're going to enhance not only Rotary performance, your own organizational performance is going to enhance in a big way and your personality changes beyond your imagination. Friends, I can say Rotary is a factory for creating leaders. No doubt about it. Keeping this in mind, friends, so Rotary depends on the club and club depends on the member. But end of the day, the performance of the Rotary Club depends on the performance of the leadership in the Rotary. When any club has to excel, come out as the best club, the leadership matters. When it comes to Rotary leadership, we are leaders in our own vocation profession. When we treat Rotary also as one of our organization and we are part of that Rotary, that organization, automatically the performance of the Rotary will go up. So Rotary will start performing in a best way as one of our organization. I think I always remember our Rotary International President, K.R. Ravindran. He always says that treat the Rotary as your organization. We always look for cost cutting. We always look for efficiency, productivity. All that we can look for Rotary to improve that Rotary performs well. What is that most important thing to ensure that Rotary performs well? Planning for a good leadership. So what is there to plan for a leadership among the leaders? Yes, we are all leaders, but still focusing on what is that to be done for the Rotary year. Thanks to Rotary with 116 years of vast experience dealing with so many 200 plus countries, culture and work culture and other activities. They have designed a lot of plans and programs, how it has to perform. Like just like how a Rotary meeting to be conducted, how a board meeting to be conducted, how a project to be on, how a matching grant to be done. So everything is laid down. What is our role? With our leadership qualities, taking Rotary as an organization, our own organization, coming together as a team where the president plays the role of managing director, the secretary plays the role of CEO, and treasurer plays the role of CFO, and other directors play the role of other directors. If we plan very systematic way and approach, a good approach towards the organization to ensure that it gives the best within the 365 days. Again, friends, as I told you, it's like IPL team. This year, some players are in the team. Next year, they will change to go to some other team. So it is always a choice of the organization and the leader, incoming leader, to select the team. So whoever is there in the part of the team, all are good players. If we perform, involve, definitely the results will be beyond expectation. So our governor was telling to make sure that everything happens is that practice, practice, and practice. So the best practices laid down to ensure that Rotary Club leadership excels is number one, setting annual goals that supports the long-range goals. Every club will have its own long-range goals. ತಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಬ್ಗಳು ಅದೇ ಆದಂತ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ತಯಾರಿಸಿದ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಸ್ಕೂಲನ್ನ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಹಳ್ಳಿನ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅನೇಕ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ಗಳ ಜೊತೆ ಟೈಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಗಮನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಆನ್ಯುವಲ್ ಗೋಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಅವರ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಗೋಲ್ಸ್. Then number two, keeping all members involved and informed. This is one very important aspect. Friends, we are all dealing with leaders. Every leader wants to involve in Rotary activity, of course. But somebody may be busy at some particular time. Otherwise, they want information, what's happening in the club. And what is that one can contribute, either money or time or knowledge. People want that information and involvement. Number three, communicating effectively with club leaders, district leaders, and club members. The communication is one key factor in this wonderful organization, Rotary. Clear communication, focus mainly on that. The secretary's major role is connecting everybody, all members, all club leaders, and district leaders. That enhances the club productivity. Then comes ensuring continuity in leadership from year to year. This one aspect very, very important, friends. Rotary wants it. Rotary is designed to have continuity in leadership. Now, ಇವತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 120 ಜನ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 70-80 of them are logged in. So why not 150 president elects? This is where we lag. The performance of the club goes down without the continuity in leadership. Then comes customizing the bylaws. In some of the club, there is no bylaw, I can say that. But there are some clubs with excellent bylaw, but not amended to the requirement. Now, friends, this is a digital world, a world of new generation, a world of CSR, world of things happening every now and then. We need to amend our club bylaws accordingly and take it forward so that club is performing very well. Providing regular fellowship. We Rotarians enjoy the fellowship and friendship. You ask somebody why you joined Rotary. Normally, first point service ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. When you really ask somebody, first point is the fellowship and friendship. What I'm enjoying in Rotary is most important. That's what people say. We must provide that opportunity by picnics, family get-togethers. These kind of plans, a club service, the director of the club can plan so that it keeps the people intact together, and also tying up with the district activities, district fellowship groups, all that enhances the Rotarians' involvement and commitment. Number 7, activities involving all club members. So this is one thing, especially the new members, friends, somebody who joined newly, always look forward to do something, involve with some project. The first and foremost thing, the concerned directors, club service director and the community service director can plan a lot of activities like Koti Nati, picnics, adopting a village, basic program, tying up with city clubs, doing some good projects. All that we can plan and involve the new Rotarians and Rotarians regularly. Number 8, offering regular and consistent training. Yes, our Nagendra sir was telling district trainer, training is very, very key aspect because we are all busy in our own vacation, but as far as Rotary concerned, things are changing, a lot of things are changing every now and then. And also in our busy schedule, we may not be knowing every aspect of the Rotary. And also in Rotary, the leadership changes. If somebody, a club service director this year, next time will be district secretary, he will be district treasurer, then vice president. The roles and responsibility changes. It is our duty to tell everybody what is the rules and responsibility. For that, training like cards, new member orientation, all that is regularly required. And also, friends, conducting a SWOT analysis of our own club. Where is our club as on today? What are the strengths and what are the weaknesses? We should focus towards more strengthening our strength and weaken our weaknesses and make our club a vibrant club. Conducting regular meetings, regular weekly meeting, board meeting, an effective board meeting, then club assemblies, where inviting each and every member, giving them opportunity to speak their heart out, and also the things, whatever the president and team are looking for, any changes, the club assemblies will help a lot. And friends, most important is updating our club website regularly. Now is the era, digital era, as I told. So we can do a lot of things and we can contact many people through our referring to our websites. We can start up a satellite club. We can also think of NRI's club. That is what we are planning for the coming year in a big way in our district, so that when we succeed here, we can pass on this to the whole Rotary world. So for all this, what matters is that the website, a beautiful website, updated day-to-day basis and a weekly basis, helps a lot. Friends, ಇದೆಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಒಂದು ನಾನು ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಹೇಳುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, unless otherwise our club is a strong club in terms of membership. A club with 40 members, even our PDG Uday Kumar, who just passed away last week, was insisting on that. Club with minimum 40 members is a club, otherwise it is not a club at all. A club with 20 members and all, no, he never is to take account. A club needs at least 40 members to be called as a club and perform as a club and deliver as a club. So our focus at this moment, friends, when we are planning district, the club leadership, each and every leader should focus on how to make our club a 40-member club. First step. If a club in Chiknayanganalli 30 years back, 40 years back started with 30 members, why it has to be stuck with 30 members even after the 30, 40 years? Somewhere we are lacking in looking at. So everywhere, the 3190 itself started 40 years back with 3,000 plus members. By now, we would have been 12,000 members. So that's what is the focus area. Please focus on inviting more members and strengthening your club. With strengthening your club and with active, very good planning and good leadership at the club level, we can emerge as the best club. When we are emerging as the best club, the district automatically will be the best district in the world. And when our district tries to be world number 1, like the competition, healthy competition, what Rotarian we do, every district will look for a healthy competition and performance goes. Ultimately, the purpose of Rotary serves by connecting with community and the people whom we are looking to serve. My humble request to each and every district team and the club team to be very effective. Treat this as your own organization. Involve yourself. Spend that 2 hours per day. Our governor was urging. Beginning, people shows a lot of interest, but towards the end, no, that is not good. We have taken responsibility, our duty to ensure that the club performs well. With that, friends, we earn a lot. We learn a lot and also automatically we earn a lot. So please focus, involve, and make your club an excellent performing organization so that we serve the purpose and we be the part of this world-class, wonderful district. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, PDG Nagesh sir. That was wonderful. Gave everybody a gist of what it means to be a club leader and what is expected of a club leader. Friends, we have our chief guest with us. Sir RID Lieutenant Kamal Sanghvi, sir, a very warm welcome from all the members and the district leadership in District 3190, sir. It's a pleasure having you here with us. We know that you have a board meeting to attend to, so I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to request our past President Rotarian Upendra, sir, to quickly introduce you so that we could listen, give you more time and listen to you. Thank you so much for being with us, sir. Upendra, sir, if you are, yes, sir.
Okay. Good evening, friends. Today we have a great motivator, an accomplished achiever, both in his vocation as well as Rotary life, a leader for excellence, dedicated Rotarian, and an effective orator, Rotarian Kamal Sanghvi, to give us the keynote address. And it is my honor and pleasure to introduce this great personality to all of you. Kamal Sanghvi, a graduate in pharmaceutical science from Kasturba Medical College, Manipal. Kamal is currently the managing director of his family-owned banking, financing, and construction business. He is a member of Rotary Club of Dhanbad, and he has served as the governor of District 3250 in the year 2005 and 6. Currently, he is serving Rotary International as the director. He served Rotary International as international training leader twice, member RI Rotract Interact Committee, Rotary International Leadership Development and Planning Committee, RRFC, RPIC, convener Rotary Centennial Summit 2020, chair Rotary Institute 2011, chair of GETS, chair Rotary South Asia Summit, chair Presidential Conference, coordinator multi-district pets, etc., etc. The list is very big. He has represented Rotary International presidents as their representative, not 1, 2, 10 times. 10 times he has represented Rotary International president in different places like USA, Pakistan, Australia, Philippines, New Zealand, Bombay, etc. A pioneer in vocational training center for women, Kamal has set up 28 such centers in his district, namely Saheli centers. He has coordinated 11 polio corrective surgery camps and 2 artificial limb camps. He inked the Aman Ki Asha agreement between Pakistan and India for Healing Little Hearts program for operating Pakistani children in India for heart diseases. He has also co-founded the Shelter Kids program and Rotary International Literacy Mission. Kamal is an accomplished orator and has addressed more than, please hold your breath, he has addressed more than 400 pets, district assembly, or conferences and seminars. For his selfless service, Kamal has been awarded the Service Above Self Award and the 4 Avenue Service Award by Rotary International. TRF has bestowed the citation for meritorious service and distinguished service award on him. He is a level 2 major donor and Beckett Leader Society member. Kamal is married to Rotarian Sonal, an architect. Kamal and Sonal have 2 children, Cobb, who is pursuing PhD in cancer cell biology in Germany, and Ravishu, who is a computer engineer working in Swiss Bank, India. Friends, I welcome our friend Kamal Sanghvi, Rotary International Director, to RI District 3190 and present him. And here is Rotarian, Rotary International Director, Kamal Sanghvi.
Thank you, Upendra sir. Yes, sir, we are very eager to listen to you. All yours.
Thank you, Governor-elect Fazal. My greetings to you and your team. And let me first start by commending the current Governor Nagendra for an excellent leadership which is provided during the COVID times. Yes, fantastic. I think he needs a big round of applause for all the fantastic work he has done to bring succor to the people who are suffering from COVID across your district, and not only your district, probably at the country at the large, and his entire team. Commendations to all of you. You know, we are going through a very, very severe times which is an unprecedented, times which have destroyed many lives. It has brought the whole world to its knees. It's probably many people have lost their loved ones. Many people have lost their jobs, vocations, their livelihood. And these are challenging times. And it is in these times that Rotarians have to rise. It is in these times that we can beautify the world and make it livable. Even in these days, forget about beautifying. If we can make the world livable in these times, it is something in the feat which we can accomplish. And I know that each one of you is doing your bit, maybe in your streets, maybe in your town, maybe in your village, or maybe in your district at large. But I know each Rotarian has risen to the call of working and for the less fortunate. So thank you very much again, and continue to do so. But when you are doing so, please keep yourself safe. It is extremely important that you look after yourself and your family. Then only you can serve the world better. So please do look after yourself and stay blessed during these turmoil times. District Assembly is an event where all the leaders, the incoming leaders, join up together to deliberate, to exchange ideas, to create new viewpoints. The new team takes over, bringing with it the new hues, the new color, the new thought process, and new direction, new energy. And that is exactly what district assemblies are for. When the governor-elect, Fazal, gives you his direction, his dreams, his thought process. And you know, it is this team, it is the job of the governor-elect to dream big. And I always believe that dreams are meant to be big. They are meant to be not letting you sleep, but keeping you awake. And I always challenge Rotarians to dream big, because you are unlimited. You are limitless. Rotarians are limitless. People who create magic, people who do are wizards, people who bring, who are creating miracles every day. They are unlimited. They have unlimited possibilities, and our organization gives you the unlimited opportunities for leadership and to serve other people and enjoy the givings of service. And it is in this assembly that you discuss all that. And it's Fazal's job to dream big. But you know whose job is to make his dreams come alive? It is this team out here, the district assembly. It's the team, the assistant governors, the district leaders, the club secretaries, the club president. You are the ones who live his dream. You are the ones who are going to make his dreams alive. And that's why the onus on you is extremely large. And because the onus is very large, each one of you district leaders and the club leaders, you need to dream and you need to be fierce and fearless. I always believe in that. If Rotarians have to be of metal, if you want to bring out sustainable change in your communities, in your cities, in your lanes, in your country, you need to be fierce and fearless. You have to be like the tigers. Have you ever seen a tiger walk? He walks with a stride which is absolutely fearless. He's never afraid of anything. And he's absolutely fierce. And at the same time, every leader has to be totally and utterly flawed. Flawed why? That you need to constantly visit yourself. You need to understand your defects. You need to understand your strengths. You need to understand your compassions. You need to understand the way you want to live your life, the way you want to run your club, the way you want to do leadership role which has been given to you. You need to constantly visit yourself. And that is why, for the benefit of people who do understand Hindi, I'll just say that's why Chandani ko dhoondiye, sitaro se kya milega. चांदनी को ढूंढिए सितारों से क्या मिलेगा, फूलों को तोड़िए खारों से क्या मिलेगा. Means kharo means kaante hote, they are thorns. So the Shair is saying, go after the moon, don't get stuck in the stars. Break the flowers, don't look for the thorns. So चांदनी को ढूंढिए सितारों से क्या मिलेगा, फूलों को तोड़िए खारों से क्या मिलेगा. अगर ढूंढना है कोई हीरा नायाब, if you want to look for the biggest diamond in your life, गहराइयों में जाइए, किनारों में क्या मिलेगा. You need to look deep within yourself. When you understand yourself, that is your first step of leadership, and that is when you've understood. Because if you don't understand yourself, you have never arrived. You do not know your potential. You will stagnate. Hence, it is the first job of every leader is to visit yourself. Once you've visited yourself, you will be able to dream as big as Fazal does. You will be able to follow his dream. You will be able to make his dreams alive. And that is why, friends, each one of you needs to visit yourself first. And especially in these COVID times, people are disgruntled. People keep on calling me up and telling me, sir, what can we do? We are stuck at homes. Let me tell you one thing. The biggest dreams have been dreamt by the Rotary leaders of this country during this COVID times. The biggest projects nationwide have been executed during this COVID times. If you talk about the e-learning project, which is now 25 crore children are learning from the e-learning project, which is worth more than about 15 crores, which we spent. We dreamt of it and executed it, conceptualized it, dreamt of it, executed it, planned it in less than 6 months. And now it is on the government channels. It is just the power of dreaming, power of a resolve, power of resilience. And I always believe there is no greater human being who is more resilient than the Rotarians themselves. So friends, dream big. Now, when you dream, you're always looking for opportunities. Because dreams do not fructify until and unless you grab the opportunities. Because opportunities are not going to come, they are not going to come if you're sitting at home and watching TV. No. Opportunities are like sunrise and sunset. They come very rare. They come once in the whole day. They come for just 3 minutes a day. It is the job of each one of you, all you people here, all you leaders here, that you grab this opportunity. Grab it with both your hands and squeeze every drop out of it. I grab opportunities every time it comes. I don't let it go. I don't let it go even one, because I am extremely greedy and ambitious. And this is what a leader should be. Invariably, people tell, don't be greedy. Don't be ambitious. Spread your leg according to the bed sheet which you have. I don't believe in that. I am extremely greedy. I want everything in life. Nagesh wants everything in life. Fazal wants everything in life. Nagendra wants everything in life. All these leaders are leaders because they are extremely greedy. They want to have the cake and wanted to eat it too. And there is no harm. When Virat Kohli goes out to play cricket, do you think when he gets up in the morning on the day he's going to play a one-day or a T20, he looks at himself while brushing his teeth and he talks to himself and said, okay, today I'm going to go out onto the field and see how much I'm going to do. Does he talk like that to himself? Does the tennis player who's playing the finals of Wimbledon, Federer, does he say that to himself? No. When you see these individuals who are ambitious, they keep on pushing themselves. They keep on saying that. Virat Kohli in the morning says, today at what may be, I am going to score a century. Whatever it may be. And they keep on pushing themselves. The tennis players keep on pushing themselves. And because they are greedy to win the match. They are greedy to make runs. Each one of you needs to be greedy. And yes, when you're being greedy, make sure you don't hurting somebody else. It's greed for your self-improvement, greed to live your dream. So be ambitious, and climb the steps. No battle is won until you have finished it. So our corporate program is polio. There will be no greater joy in the world till we finish the race. So I would want every one of you to concentrate on our corporate program, which is ending polio. We're just this short. And we should be there, just 2 more countries. So let us support those 2 countries in any manner they want, by financially, by giving to the polio fund, making awareness. These are things which are expected of Rotarians now. So please give all your energy to the polio fund. Now coming to the finishing line. I also believe that you need to be constantly innovative. Every leader has to be innovative. You need to take risks. People generally tell, don't take risks. I always believe that you need to take calculated risks in life. Because if you don't take calculated risk, you will stagnate. You will stagnate and you will not enjoy the organization or your job. So constantly and constantly innovate. And that is why, what does the RI President-elect ask you to do? The RI President-elect Shekhar Mehta says, serve to change lives. And in these times, you need to find different methodologies sitting in your homes of serving people and changing life. This is the opportunity. People are stressed, people are in need, people are hungry, people don't have jobs, people have lost their livelihood. This is the time when Rotarians need to be innovative and bring things and make change life. This is the time we need to rise to the occasion. And how apt the two themes are. Rotary opens doors of opportunities, and the second leader says, serve to change lives. So Rotary does open opportunities, and the second leader says, once the opportunities are there, the doors are open, go out there and change lives. This is exactly what is expected. And in doing so, invariably people feel scared. Invariably, most of the drawings remain on the drawing board. They don't take off because you're scared. You're scared of failing all the time. You're scared. If I try to do this, I will fail and people will ridicule me. No, you're going to fail every day. Failure is like night and day. It's a reality of your life. I fail every day. We conceptualize 4 things. I try to take up 5 projects, out of which 4 bomb. They don't happen. Only 1 happens, but that does not stop me. After every failure, what is important that I come back with a bang. I said, no, I failed this time, but next time I will do it much better and much bigger and much bolder. You got to be much bigger and much bolder every time you fail. You got to be like that eagle. Every time there is a storm, storms are going to come in your life. They're not going to stop. Every time there is a storm, what does the eagle do? It goes higher and flies above the storm so that nobody can touch. And when the opportunity comes, it dives down straight to catch its prey. That is the role which a Rotarian needs to have, friends. So take risk, be bold, do not be afraid of failures. They are part of our lives. And the biggest thing which I want to talk about is, invariably people also tell me, so we work a lot and people keep on criticizing me. You are leaders. You're volunteer leaders. You're going to work in the community. We are from different vocations, different religions, different walks of life, different creed, different caste, different education, different cities, different cultures, different languages. There are bound to be differences in our organization. There are bound to. Nagesh is a fantastic leader. Nagendra is a fantastic leader. Definitely, Nagendra is not going to think like me. Definitely. We are from different parts of the world. We are from different education. We are from different cultures. We are going to differ. What is important? That agree to differ. What is important for every Rotarian is to agree to differ. And do not be scared. You need to be compassionate. You need to have gratitude. You need to respect other people's viewpoint in Rotary when you're working in a unison, because when you work in a team, all of you, every president here, I want to tell you something. Your team members are like these 5 fingers. Each one of the members in your club are like these 5 fingers. For the assistant governors, each president is like these 5 fingers, which has different shape, different thought process, different energies, different abilities. A thumb has a different ability and the small finger has a different ability. But God says that all are needed to make it a fist. You need to appreciate the people you work with. Constantly, I understand that we are at strife with our own people. Love your members. Love. Rotary is all about love. People always talk about the yellow book. They talk about the yellow pages. They talk about the MOP. For me, MOP is just a guidance which I lock it up in the cupboard. I never take out an MOP. I have never seen an MOP in the last 2 years of my directorship, because I believe that Rotary is a journey of love and friendship. Rotary is done with love and friendship. Rotary is done by the 3H. One is the heart. The compassion has to be there. The gratitude has to be there. That is where Rotary starts from. And then you conceptualize your idea. That comes into your head. And then you have your two hands to make it happen. You know, God has given you one heart and one mind. But you know why he's given you two hands? Because one hand is to help yourself and your family. And it is the other hand which you lend out to help others. Friends, be compassionate in life and make your team work. And you know, in the team, I always believe, and I say it at the cost of repetition. I've said it before, but I say it in your team, there should be people that your friends, your team should be full of friends, and they should be like either mirrors or shadows. Mirrors never lie. Have the best friends. Have a team in which you have friends who never lie to you. And they should be like your shadows who never leave you. And they should be like Karan and they should be like Krishna. Why do I say Krishna? Why do I say Krishna? Is because Krishna was in Mahabharata. He never even raised one arrow or a needle, but he controlled the entire war. He controlled it with his thoughtfulness, with his compassion, with his guidance to Arjuna. And that is exactly every Rotarian has to be. And you have to find your Krishna. Your Krishna. Every Rotary leader needs a Krishna in his life. And you need a Karan. Why do you need a Karan? Karan knew that he's going to lose the war. Karan knew that Duryodhan was on the wrong side. But one thing was there, Karan had pledged himself to friendship. And that is the type of people you need, that who will never leave your side. If you have a Karan in your club, if you have a Karan in your team, then forget about heaven. The Rotarians will follow you to hell also. And that is why it is extremely important to work in teams. Rotary is all about teamwork. Rotary is all about love. So spread love, be compassionate, and be gratitude. And I always believe that one more thing is, which I believe is, lead a life of gratitude. You know, there are always people who are less fortunate than us. God has been extremely kind to each one of us. We have a roof above our head. We have food in the kitchen and we have a floor below our feet. Not many in this world can boast of this today. You are the ones, are the chosen ones. You are the miracle creators. You are the angels of giving. You are the ones who have pledged. You have the means, you have the desire, you have the methodology to bring a change in somebody else's life. Not many people have this ability or blessings from the God Almighty who can bring smiles on other people's faces. You are the chosen ones. So go out there. Make the world a beautiful place to live in. Make Fazal. What you do is going to either make Fazal a ordinary governor, or is going to make him the James Bond. So I want each one of you. Do you want Fazal to become a James Bond or not? Yes or no? Can you raise your hands? Do you want Fazal to become a James Bond or not? Yes. And to make Fazal a James Bond, there are two things you need to do. There are two things you need to do. One, react to the call of our president-elect. What is our president-elect's two most important thing for the president-elect is EOBO, each one bring one. Our reach of the organization, the way we move forward, how we can do more service can only happen through membership. Membership is the only sustainable asset which the organization has. It is our bread and butter. Somebody touched you and brought you in this fantastic world of Rotary, so that you can enjoy the fruits of fellowship and you can enjoy the joy of giving. It is your time now that you go and touch somebody else and bring him into this world of fantastic world of Rotary. So I ask each one of you, in the language of the President-elect Shekhar Mehta, that each one bring one into Rotary. Is it asking too much that in the next 12 months, each one of you at least bring one member, maybe your friend, maybe your business partner, maybe your neighbor, maybe your relative? Is it too difficult to bring one member in the next 12 months into Rotary? Can I ask, can you all raise your hand if you agree with me that you will bring one member into Rotary in the next 12 months? Can you do that? Yes, please do that. Membership is the biggest call we are having during the coming year, and I want each one of you to bring a member into Rotary so that our reach, we can become more productive, we can become more effective, we can bring more sustainable change in the world and bring glory to our nation and to our organization. And the second most thing which Shekhar Mehta wants each one of us to do is to give opportunities, create opportunities for the girl child. I don't say empower girl child. Girl child is always empowered. Women are always the empowered lot because they are Janani. They are the ones who create life. They are the beautiful people in the world who has the ability to create a new life. Men can never do that. It is only the women who can create life, and God has given them that strength to create new life in this world. What we need to do today is to create opportunities for them, create equity for them, give them the equity in our organization. I would want Fazal and I want all the club presidents, create leadership opportunities for the girl child and for the women members. We have asked at Rotary International Board, we have asked each president and everywhere that minimum 30% of the committee members should be women, because their viewpoint, they are 48% of our population. But in Rotary in India, we are only 14%. That equity needs to be created, because when you have their viewpoint, then only our organization will be progressive. So please, please create opportunities for the girl child. And of course, my favorite, at least in your entire lifetime, I ask and I plead to each one of you, educate one girl other than your own child. And it comes through the Asha Kiran program. 2,500 rupees, and you can give life to another girl child and change her entire environment, change her entire home, not only her family. So educate one girl child at a cost of 7 rupees a day, which is a cost of half a loaf of bread, one cigarette, cost of one pan bahar, one packet of pan bahar. At that cost, you can educate and change life of girl child. So I plead to each one of you that at least other than your own children, I want each one of you to sponsor one girl child under the Asha Kiran program or any other program which you think is befitting for giving equity to the girl. Having said all that, I want to say one thing is enjoy Rotary. Rotary is fun, Rotary is friendship, Rotary is love, Rotary is emotion, Rotary is doing things together. We are not making rockets here. We are not running a science laboratory. We are in the business of spreading joy. We are in the business of creating smiles. So enjoy Rotary. Take every moment of it. Dance in Rotary like you've never danced before. Sing in Rotary like you've never sang before. Act in Rotary like you've never acted before. So please enjoy Rotary, have a lot of fun in Rotary. Then only our organization will reach the way that it is. And so having said that, God bless each one of you. Create the magic, uplift yourself, and in that process, uplift your community. Go out there and change people's lives. God bless each one of you. And thank you for what each one of you is doing for Rotary, and make Fazal the next James Bond of India. God bless you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Can we get Kamalji and our DG in the same frame, Krishna?
Sure, sir.
Sir, thank you so very much, sir.
No, get DG Fazal in the same, this one. Add him to the spotlight, please. Krishna, you listening?
Let us see both the James Bond together.
Yes, yes. I did this myself.
Thank you, sir.
I'll add one more James Bond, sir.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Kamalji, thanks a lot.
My pleasure.
Thank you so very much.
See, Fazal is already looking smarter and more handsome than most of us put together. See that?
Thank you.
Yes,
That
sir.
is the magic of Rotary. Yeah.
The beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, sir.
Right.
Sir, we are planning in advance to be world number 1 in membership for the coming year also.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So each one, I want to end by saying each one bring one.
Yes.
That is the slogan, because that will make Rotary lively? Will Rotary make Rotary sustainable in the world? Will make Rotary, the reach of Rotary will increase, double its strength today. Thank you. Fazal, I'll take your leave. I need to go. I have a board meeting today. So thank you very much for having me
Thank you so very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
आप आए तो बाहर आइए, sir.
Wow. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye, sir.
Okay, Krishna, can we remove the spotlights, please? Yeah. Okay, friends, that was our RI Director, Lieutenant Kamalji, speaking to all of us. I am charged. Believe me when I say it, I am like right now ready to go out and rock. And not only for this current year, but also for the incoming year. Rotary is joy, and that is something that too many takeaways from Kamalji's speech, and really amazing. So we are moving on. We have another 3 sessions to go. They're all small sessions that we will be having now. So I would like to request our district trainer, Dr. PDGS Nagendra, to talk about the way forward. So, sir, if you're ready.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
DLV?
Yes, sir.
Can I request you for the slides, please?
Yes, sir.
Can you go to the slideshow?
Yeah.
Yeah, friends. I just have about 4 or 5 slides, which I thought I should bring to you, which brings in about work. How do we work with our club leadership? Friend, I think there was something which was, very bright and something which was very, very rocking with RI Director's address. One striking feature he told, work as a team. That is exactly what I am going to talk about, working as a team in your year. President, secretaries, treasurers, the chairman and the board together will work as a team to make that club an effective club, a vibrant club, and make that year a very, very successful year. Next. Yes, I think all of you must have seen this. How do we make effective clubs? The effective clubs are able to sustain and increase membership, which Nagesh has told you, implement successful projects, support the Rotary Foundation, and develop leaders beyond the club. That's important, friends. Most of the clubs don't give attention to this. How many AGs you have had? How many ZGs you have had? How many governors you are going to produce? And you look at the bottom, there are 2 things which are very, very important. Club leadership plan and avenue of service. 5 avenue of service, and I will talk about the club leadership plan in my slides coming in the future. Next one. DLV next. Next slide, DLV. Yeah. Yes. How to be a vibrant club? See, there is a combination of being an effective club and a vibrant club. Once you have the leadership plan in place, you will be a vibrant club. You can have the best practices and get the best practices and work on them. And as Kamal Sangvi said, you will have challenges. And particularly at this point of time, we have extensive challenges and we need to work against these challenges. That becomes a vibrant club. Next, sir. Yeah, working with leadership of the team, you have, as I said, the president, the vice president, the president-elect, then your sergeant arms, your secretary, all these people are your office bearers. And you have a team of 5 directors and 4 or 5 chairs. You encourage these leaders. Next. In fact, one great thing that you can do is Get them onto this learning center. Please ask your team members to get onto this learning center. There are a lot of courses available. How to be an effective secretary, how to be an effective treasurer, how to be an effective community service director, how to be an excellent chair of membership. What are the membership details? Now, please ask them to go to this learning center and take these courses, friends. Next. Yeah, of course. These 5 are very, very important, friends. The 5 club committees, please have these committees. They are the part of vibrant club, that is leadership plan. The club administration, not very difficult. Please make your secretary the chairman of this committee, club administration. You should have a membership chair, a public image chair, a Rotary Foundation chair, and of course have a past president to work on the service projects with the 5 avenue directors. He will guide these 5 directors as the chairman of the service projects. This is something which is minimum for every club. Next, sir. Appoint your committee chairs, work with them, let them carry out their plan. Then each committee chair should have an experienced member in his committee. In fact, there is something which is very important to this. The president-elects and the incoming presidents for 23-24, I'm talking to the nominees. Now, if you can bring in a chair for membership and a vice chair who will take over as the chair next year, that's exactly what the leadership plan wants you to do. If you have a TRF chair for next year and a vice chair for the subsequent year who will take over as the chair. Now, if you have this kind of a plan, your succession plan will be excellent. And this again, please ask your members to go to the learning center and take it. It's not difficult. Even, nama ee Bengaluru bittu bere iro clubgalallu saha, neevu saha ee membership chair, club administration chair, TRF chair, mattu public image chair, ivrun ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಬ್ಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಮೆಂಬರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಸಮಿತಿಗಳನ್ನ ನೀವು ರೂಪಿಸಬೇಕು. ಈ ಸಮಿತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗಲೇ ಇದು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾ, ಯಾವ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ. ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಸಮ್ ಕ್ಲಬ್ಸ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ತೆಲುಗು ಟಾಕ್ಸ್, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ತೆಲುಗು ಟಾಕ್ಸ್. So please come back to us. We can guide you, we can talk to you on these models. Next, DLV. Yes, again, encourage chairs to take online courses, as I said, attend the district training assembly, which you are all doing, attend other district training events. Next. DLV next. Okay, this is again, ask them to take the subcommittees and I will come to that in the next slide, please. Next slide. Now, please understand this. This is very, very important. Now, I'm going to show you 3 slides. Let's go to the first one and next one. Now, this is for small clubs. Outside Bangalore clubs alli 30 jana, 40 jana ಇಂತ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ 5 ಕಮಿಟಿನ ಖಂಡಿತ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Club Administration Committee, Membership Committee, Public Image Committee, Service Project Committee, ಮತ್ತು Rotary Foundation Committee. ಇದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಕ್ಲಬ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತಹ ಪ್ಲಾನ್. ಇದು Rotary International, ನಂದಲ್ಲ ಇದು. Rotary International has given this model. Now go to the previous slide, DL. Now ಇದು, not this one. Go to the previous one. Yes, ಇದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಸೈಜ್ ಕ್ಲಬ್ಸ್, 40 ಜನ 50 ಜನ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಕ್ಲಬ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಈ ಸಬ್ ಕಮಿಟೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್, ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್, ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್, ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಇವೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಸಬ್ ಕಮಿಟೀಸ್, 4 ಸಬ್ ಕಮಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್. Under membership attraction, membership engagement, new member orientation and diversity. Very important membership. Then in public image, media relations, advertising and marketing, web and social media. Very important. Again, how many of our clubs have, Facebook page? How many have, I think most of them are WhatsApp groups, but how many have Facebook pages? Then comes service project. Of course, the 5 avenues of service. And then the fundraising. Very important. You need to have a fundraising committee under a chairman and have enough funds. And of course, under the Rotary Foundation, programs of Rotary Foundation and grants and polio, you need to have these committees. Now go to the option 3, DLV. Next one. Yeah. Now this is for the large clubs. You have, the numbers are more. The club administration, you have club programs, club communication, website and social events. It could be ladies' night. It could be Annette's night. It could be parents' night. How many of us big parents to the clubs? Not in the normal, atmosphere when we don't have a pandemic. And in membership, again, attraction, engagement, new member orientation, diversity, new clubs, membership leads, assessment for large clubs which have got more than 60 members, public image, media relations, advertising and marketing, and web and social media. Then of course, service projects, and of course, Rotary Foundation, annual giving, major giving, stewardship, grants, because I'm sure all these clubs will have global grants. We need to have these committees. This is what is very important. My goal today was to bring you this information from the Rotary International. Please bring in these committees. Please build on this. Once you do this, you're definitely going to be very successful when you have these committees and work on this. And you see these 3 models. You need not have so many committees when your numbers are small. If you have 30 members, 35 members, you can't have 8 committees, 10 committees. Just have those 5 committees from your 5 avenue directors. Next, DLV. Friends, I would like to end with a small story. I think it could be a repetition for quite a few of you. I want every Rotary member in your club to be converted as a Rotarian. How do we do this? I'll just give you a small story. I believe in Thailand, there was a Rotarian. He was invited to join Rotary. Reluctantly, he joined Rotary. It was a lunch-on club. He would quietly come around 12:15, spend 15 minutes with his friends, or 15 minutes in the meeting room, quietly go to the dining place and have his lunch, and by 1 o'clock he would be off. Every meeting he would spend about half an hour to 40 minutes, was not very keen to be in Rotary, but was invited to be in Rotary. One day, a president called him, his president of the club called him and said, "Mr. So-and-so, I want a help from you." He asked, "What is this?" He said, "There is a slum nearby. I want you to go to this slum and this particular address. There is an ailing child, and pick up this child, take her to the hospital, get the treatment. If need be, please admit her and take care of her." This man reluctantly goes to this place, looks at the child, about 6 years old child, and there is an old lady. She identifies herself as the grandmother of the child and says she has lost her parents. She is taking care of this child, and today this girl is having fever and there's nobody to take care. And this man picks up and it reluctantly puts her in the car, because his upholstery was so good and this girl was wearing a very dirty cloth, and he was reluctant, but he put her on the seat and took her to the hospital. Doctors treated her, gave her some medicines and said, no, she need not be admitted. She can be taken back home. And on the way, this man, on a humanitarian note, gets some fruits and eatables to this girl and on the way to drop her, he gets a question from this girl. The girl asks, "Uncle, are you God?" When this question was asked, this man stops the car and he asks another question to the girl. "Why did you ask this question?" The girl replies, "My grandmother always says, when we are in difficulty and when we pray, God comes and helps us." Now today you have come to help me. You have come to help us. So you must be God. Believe me, friends, tears rolls down his eyes. And he confesses that was the moment he was converted from Rotary member to Rotarian. And then he goes on, drops the child, takes care of that child almost every day. He goes and gets her to the hospital. And by a week's time, this girl becomes all right. But this man never sees back. He becomes very active in Rotary, started participating in the club activities, particularly in community service, becomes the president of the club, then becomes, he goes on to become the governor of the district, then becomes the director of the Rotary International, and ultimately becomes the RI president. And this is none other than Bichai Rathakal. He narrated this story to us when he was in Bangalore, friends. I think there is a need to convert the Rotary members to be the Rotarians. Once we do this, there is no looking back. All of them will be with you. And friends, this is how we need to roll out our year, not only this year, in the coming years, and particularly the year where we are going to serve and change lives. Friends, let us all get together to serve and change lives. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, District Trainer, sir. That was a wonderful lesson or a session on, club leadership and the way forward. You've given all the Rotarians who are participating a fairly good idea as to what Rotary is, how important is their place in Rotary, and where we should be going with this. Friends, now it's time to move on, and I will be doing the next session. The next session is about the role of club officers and how important that role is. The importance of leadership has been explained. What it takes for this leadership to succeed, our district trainer has explained to you. And now I'm going to talk about the role of club officers. When we talk about club officers, we are talking about, Krishna, there is some disturbance.
Yeah. Just a second.
Yeah, thank you. So when we talk about club officers, we are talking about the officers who are part of the board, but who are not directors. So it involves everybody, your president, your secretary, your treasurer, your joint secretary, and so on and so forth. Now, these are generally known as ex officio members because the directors are all elected, and there is a very clear distinction between these two functions. The club officers are tasked with efficiently running the club, providing the perfect platform for ensuring that the directors are able to go out and do what is required of them. The role of directors are very clearly described, and it is more of a line function. When you look at club officers, the responsibility of ensuring that the club becomes a vibrant club, the club performs as per the expectations of RI, And the club should start thinking and moving ahead with courage and commitment. Now, that is in the hands of the club officers. Now, why do I say that? In a club, Rotary is very clear when it comes to positions of power. When I say positions of power, I don't mean it in a kind of powerful, it's not in that way. I mean that a lot of authority or a lot of ownership is vested in three people in Rotary. The first one is your Rotary International President. The next in line is your district governor. The third is your assistant governor. And the fourth is the club president. Now, these are very clearly defined roles. Now, in a club, if you look at how this is translated at a club level, you have the president, then you have the secretary, and then you have the treasurer, then you have the vice president, then you have the joint secretary, and of course, then you have all the other functions like the directors, and then you have the chairs, important chairs like membership, public image. There are so many chairmen whom the club can have and who have a specific function. So let's look at this from a perspective of what this particular set of people can do to make a club vibrant. When you look at the president, secretary, treasurer, it's almost like the three most important, functions in any club. If these three work together, if these three ensure that they are on the same page, and if they can communicate very well with each other, believe me, the rest of the club would be in a very comfortable place. Now, it is the president's job to get all these people, like what Kamalji was saying some time back, it is to form the right team. It's to get the people, give them the confidence that they are working in a team which is going to deliver. Give them the hope that there is so much that as a club, there is so much that can be done and so much that you will do in this particular year. So once this team is knitted very well together, the club officers, then what happens is the flow of events, the flow of projects, everything will get streamlined. So from that point of view, being a club officer is a very, very, very important assignment, my friends. I've seen a lot of clubs where the role of a vice president or a role of a joint secretary, or in many cases, even sometimes the role of a treasurer, it almost takes a backseat. They don't look at it from a proactive way of working. They look at it more from, Acha, they've been given this job, I will just do what is required. In Rotary, if you have to succeed and if you have to become a good leader, one of the most important attributes that you can have is to have a proactive approach. I don't mean an overactive approach, because we also see that kind of cases where people also become overactive and then others are not able to keep pace and then there is a disconnect. When I'm saying proactive approach, I'm talking about an approach where you come forward and you tell your club that I am willing to serve and I am willing to do justice to this assignment that has been given to me, and that is being proactive. The second most important thing about being proactive is to have initiative, and use of your imagination. Friends, today, the billionaires of this century are all making money with their mind. It is the mental exertion. 100 years ago, we were all using our physical strength to earn a living, to take care of ourselves, it was always the physical energy which was expended. Because mental exertion was not accounted as something that can be quantified or can be monetized. But we are living in a century where our mental faculties can be monetized as well as our physical ability. So today, imagination plays a huge role in the way that we think, we do, and people are becoming bolder, people are becoming better. So that is why you see in the last 15 to 20 years, or maybe about 30 years, today it is considered anything and everything is possible. We are only limited by our imagination. Friends, that applies exactly in the same way to a Rotary Club. Imagination is what is going to drive, and imagination is going to bring about innovation. Rotary for the last 116 years has evolved as an organization, and it was not stagnant. There was a time when women couldn't be part of Rotary. We evolved, we changed, and we brought in women. Today, we are talking about not having enough women in Rotary. We want to give them more opportunity. Similarly, in a club, innovation can make a big difference. You should actually go out as club officers. You have to sit and plan. See, the directors will plan their projects. There is no issue. They will come to you and they will say, this is what we want to do in club service. This is what we want to do in community service. This is what we want to do in international service. But the ex officio members have this responsibility of thinking ahead for the club. You should think in terms of what is it, where will our club be 5 years from now? What will we be doing? That opportunity rests with the club officers. You have to ideate. You have to do a SWOT analysis of your club. You have to be the guide, because you hold the most important responsibility in any club. Don't take these roles lightly, because these roles have a lot of significance. The next thing what we need is courage. So I want to tell you a story about courage. I was just reading this a few days ago. There was this gentleman, Seward, who was Abraham Lincoln's, he was one of the contenders to become president, but Lincoln went on to become the president. So in 1846, he lived in this small town in Auburn in the US. And there was this very peculiar case, and he was a lawyer by profession. There was this black man, and this was during the period when slavery was very, very rampant in the US, especially in the South. And the North, it was not so much. So it so happened that he saw the black man, his name was Freeman, who was released from prison. But this man comes out and he goes into a farm and kills all the people in the farm. That is the owner, his wife, and his grandmother, and all those people were killed. So the entire population, they become violent. But somehow, he's taken into custody, and then he's presented in the court. And in that court, everybody is there. They want to kill him. Nobody wants to spare him. But it was later realized that this man was in jail for a crime that he didn't commit, which was number one. The second thing was that he was mentally not stable. And the entire bar association in that town said, nobody should defend this person. In that kind of a scenario, when in a packed courtroom, when everybody was sitting, the judge is asking all the lawyers, will anyone defend this man? And there was pin drop silence in the court. But Seward stands up and he says that I will defend this man until his death. Friends, that took a lot of courage from one single man in 1846 in a slave-dominated, race-dominated society in the US. A single man stood up, a white man stood up, and he said that I will defend this man till his death. And that is the kind of courage that our own Rotary clubs are today exhibiting in this kind of a crisis, my friends. Each and every one of our clubs are standing up and saying that we will go out and help people. So every one of you has the courage to do that. And you are doing it in the worst of times. It is not in the best of times. So when you have that much courage in you, I am saying that all the club officers should look at exhibiting an extraordinary courage and determination in working within your club to ensure that your club becomes the best club in the district. And why not? It can be the best club in the country. Nobody can stop you. So I'm going to take one step back here to give you a little better understanding of what I'm saying. See, let's say that you have a club of about, let's say 30 or 40 members. Let's say 40 members or 50, let's say 50 members. And you have 15 of them in the board, out of which you have about 6 or 7 or 8 who are action heroes. I'm calling them the directors and the rest of the people. Now, the action heroes, like I explained, they will do what they have to do because they have a plan. There is a citation, there is a DG citation, then there is an awards criteria, and then there is a requirement of the community in terms of a need in the community which they will fulfill. And they will take everybody into confidence while doing that. But to think about the club as an entity, to think about the club as something that has to progress over a period of time, the ideating part of it, the thinking part of it, and then getting everybody to buy into a particular idea, an idea of progress, an idea of courage, an idea of commitment. These are the club officers are the most ideal people to do it, because the rest of the members are just following your lead. Today, whatever I am in the district, it doesn't matter. But when my president calls me, I always pick up the phone. And when my president tells me that, Satish, I want you to do this, I would never say no. And that's a commitment I've made to myself and to my club, irrespective of who the president is. I might even have a difference with the president. Similarly, when a secretary of my club calls me, I will take the phone. And if there is something that they are expecting me to do for the club, I will do it. So as members, that is what we are all trying to do. We want to attend meetings, we want to contribute, we want to be part of the club, we want to enjoy, celebrate within the club. But who's going to do the ideating? Who's going to do the thinking? So this is a wonderful set of people who can actually do that, because you know the finances of the club, you know what is happening in the district, you are in touch with, you are aligned with the plans and programs of not only the district, but also Rotary International. So you are the best people to do it. Now, we always talk about the president and secretary, being a very complementary role. Each one has to support each other to ensure that you have a good coordination in everything that you do. I would today request your president-elects to increase that circle and include your treasurer, joint secretary, your vice president, and everybody else, the club officers. Make it a wider circle. Make it a circle that will give you enough, hands and minds to think. It'll give you an idea as to what you can do. Believe me, it is just not the money, and sometimes it is not the effort. Sometimes it is an idea or a process that you have initiated that could be one of the biggest contributions to your club. So like I started this with saying that the mental exertion is an important component in today's world. And I believe that all of you all as club officers are capable of taking your club to the next level and the level beyond that. And once you start on this journey, my friends, believe me, there is no looking back for the club. The club becomes vibrant. The club becomes proactive. The club becomes courageous. Today, I am telling my club, I was talking to somebody 3 days ago. I said, why are we not thinking about projects which are big, which are large? I said, the money and everything will come next. But why are we stopping ourselves from thinking about it? Why are we not thinking about it? A small club in our district, which is a new club, is talking about today establishing a super specialty hospital by tying up with 2 stakeholders and a CSR partner. And a club which is there for 25 years is not taking that next step into thinking in the same fashion. So please go back. I want to wish all of you all the very best. Think about all the things that you heard today, all the people. There have been some wonderful speeches today. People have explained so much about what Rotary is, what our organization is, what we can do. And the next speaker who is going to come in is a club member. He's going to talk about 4 words that is going to change the way that we think, do, and act. This was coined especially for the Changemaker presidents and for the Changemaker Rotarians. But I believe these 4 words by itself has the power to change not only an individual, not only a club, but also a district. Friends, all the very best. Thank you so much for listening to me. Now I invite Suresh Warrior to talk about the buzzwords.
Hey, thank you, Satish. Thank you very much. You took 2 minutes of my time. I'm very happy that you introduced the buzzwords. Thank you very much for doing that. My friends,
Suresh, that's the least I can do for a club member.
Thank you so much, Satish. What are these buzzwords that we are talking about? Some of you have actually been part of this. Quite a few of the president-elects, secretary-elects, you have heard about these buzzwords. We have talked about it. Some of you have ideated about it. We are now bringing these 4 buzzwords into the open. For sure, you must have seen the buzzwords on the left side. Do you understand what it is that we are talking about when we look at those 4 words that are appearing on your screen right now? Let's look at each one of them in a little bit of a depth. These words were coined in the presence of DGE long back. These were the first few ideation moments that happened within the district in terms of what is it that we want to do? How is it that we want to work with the Rotarians? The focus was entirely at that time on people as opposed to projects or as opposed to money or as opposed to any other aspect of Rotary that you will be working upon for the rest of the year. The focus is people, my friends, entirely to focus on people. What are we going to look at with these buzzwords? We are looking at the first one, which is engage. What does engage mean? Engage means let's get the member, let's get the Rotarian, let's get the spouse at each and every possible opportunity. Let's bring them from the back end into the front end. Let's bring them from their subconscious into their conscious space in front of the entire group. Let's bring the past presidents forward. Let's reach out to them without hesitation, as most of the other leaders talked about. Let's leave the ego aside and try and reach across to each and every person. Let's give them an opportunity to re-engage themselves within the Rotary and within your club. Look out for those opportunities. Create and develop those opportunities to engage with members, the spouses, past presidents. Every project that you look at, every project that you think about, think, who am I involving? Why am I not involving that person who generally doesn't get involved? But if you ask, it's possible that you might be able to engage. Think through, remember this word, engage the team. The next key word that you should be focusing upon for the rest of the entire year is empower. Empower means you are now looking at giving both responsibility and a little bit of authority across to the individual. Empower also means that you are generating a large amount of trust in that individual in saying, I trust your capabilities. I trust your maturity. I am sure that you will do an equally good job as what I would do from my perspective. Empowering helps you to develop the people, develop ownership. You get much more involvement coming in. Leadership gets developed only if you empower people. How do you know otherwise if certain persons that you have in your club, newer members, what their capabilities are, unless you give them a task and empower them with both a responsibility and a little bit of authority. And finally, if you are looking at commitment, which is what is one of the most crucial aspects of a voluntary organization like ours, then commitment comes only through empowerment. Only when the individual feels empowered will they feel involved and that you can draw on their commitment. The third buzzword, collaborate. Collaborate is a buzzword that we use where you are collaborating outside your club. Collaborate with the district. Don't look at projects yourself. The district and other clubs potentially can support you on those projects. Look at your Rotaract clubs. Look at the Interact clubs around you. They could be of assistance. Spread the word. You have immense amount of resources. The success of anything that you do depends entirely on how many more members you can reach out to and how many more members you can collaborate with. Look at the local NGOs potentially. There is a possibility that there are small, on the fringes, small organizations, your layout, your resident welfare associations, neighborhood watch, the communities, the COVID warriors that have been very active in the last year and a quarter roughly, local NGOs, potential CSR. These are all organizations that you can work together. Don't be selfish. Look at it from a very open heart. Look at it and say, let me get 2 more associations into the picture. Let us all share and work on the resources. Let not all the glory be ours. Let's share in the glory. Let's do wonderful for the rest of the world together. The fourth buzzword, and which then becomes very important, is to celebrate the fact that you are Rotary. Celebrate every success. Celebrate every action. In fact, I would go ahead and say celebrate failure, because our leaders have talked about it. Rotarian Kamal Sangvi talked about it. He said, I'd like to learn from failures. So let's celebrate failures also. Acknowledge the contribution that people bring to Rotary. Understand that as a volunteer organization, the only thing that you can give them is a pat on the back and the fact that you can recognize the efforts publicly and ensure that the importance that you require to give them is being given to them. Bring fun back into Rotary. Look for opportunities to enjoy together, to work together, enjoy together, have fun together. Look for all those fellowship days and those fellowship evenings. Create them, plan for them, and enjoy that, and look forward to the enjoyment. But obviously, when you're looking at celebrate, you're also looking at engage, because when you celebrate, you're looking at how do I engage members, spouses, past president, board chairs, etc. So these are a 4 set of words that are very inclusive. But if you focus on the left 2, engage and empower, Engage and Empower focuses on the within. It looks at Rotary inside to look at what is it that we can do together within our club and Rotary. Collaborate and Celebrate tries to focus on much more on the outside aspects of Rotary. So if you are looking at engaging, empowering, collaborating, and celebrating, and if you bear this in your mind, you will consistently have a wonderful year going ahead. Let's focus a little more in terms of what is engage and empower, collaborate, and celebrate. We did an ideas workshop with a large amount of the president-elects, and I'm sure the president-elects you are here, maybe it will jog your memory. We talked about what is engage, what is empower, what is collaborate, what is celebrate, what does it mean to you? What are the ideas that you can bring about? We are now presenting those ideas back to you to rekindle your minds and to start working on those ideas because it is now the time. Engage. Look at meeting 2 persons per week, 2 people. That's all that you need to do. Just arrange 2 meetings per week, 2 Rotarians, 2 spouses, 2 Rotaractors, 2 interactors, maybe 2 per week, and you would have achieved substantially in the 52-week period of that particular year. Look at engaging your spouses and other spouses, spouse and other spouses and the children to become master of ceremonies for whatever the program that you have, small, big, large events. Empower them, give them the opportunity to come in front of the mic. Let them make a mistake. It's all right. We are not going to be judgmental or opinionated on the fact, but having given them the opportunity, they are only going to grow from there. Engage with the intent to empower. Look at having spouse nights that you can, celebration for spouses. Look at one project every Rotarian. Assign that and assign that responsibility. Engage them and say, I'd like you to provide me one project that you are fascinated about, that you will want to be managing. Come up with that project and let's see how we can put this together. Engage your past presidents as mentors. Empower. Provide opportunities for members to shadow the president, to walk along with the president on a couple of days. Look at what the president does. Look at Rotary from a very different perspective. Allow them the opportunity to shadow secretaries, to shadow other board members, to shadow the key leadership of the club. Allow them to shadow the past presidents and see what is it, what difference does it make. Allow them to shadow people when they go across to the district. Look at the district from their angle and their perspective. Look at a SWOT of the members. Look at doing a strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats that each member has. You get to learn so much more about the individual. You get to learn the potential that can be unleashed of each and every individual. It is up to you, the leaders of the club, to empower your team, unleash that potential and get the best out of each of those members. Our team actually came out with SPEAR, which is a very simple action plan of seek, plan, empower, action, and recognition in terms of empowering. In Collaborate, one of the most brilliant ideas that came across from one of the president-elects, coffee with a Rotary. Go across, walk across to the park in the morning with a couple of Rotarians. Take a flask of coffee, take a couple of paper cups. Talk to the people in the park. Have a cup of coffee with them as they finish their morning walk. Talk to them about Rotary today. Talk to them about Rotary once again tomorrow. Talk to them for 10 consequent days. For sure, there will be an interest that is getting generated to understand what is Rotary and potentially join Rotary. You'll be able to select the people. Look at implementing coffee with the Rotary in parks, possibly coffee with the Rotary in different locations. Look at more than 1+ club, 1+ project scenario. Look at multiple clubs banding together, coming together to do multiple projects. Let it not be, it's only my club and I will do a project. 2 neighborhood clubs can come together. 1 club in the urban area, 1 club of the rural area can come together to join projects. Experience each other. Look at setting up RCCs, Rotary Community Corps. They could be a vital cog in the entire wheel of Rotary in the future. Look at visits that you can make across clubs, reach across to the smaller clubs, reach across to the larger clubs, make it a day outing, an evening outing, enjoy that period of time. Your big resource is the local shops and the small and medium enterprises that exist within your community. They are a huge bank of both support as well as funding. There is a tremendous amount of interest that is there. Reach across there. Look at how you can take a Rotary into the corporate world. The corporates in and around you can be motivated to start Rotary clubs. You are able to reach out across to so many more people. And I'm sure when you put your thoughts across, more ideas will flow. Look at a star Rotarian. We go to McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, and so many other fast food joints. Everywhere we see this fantastic photo that is there saying this is the star performer of the month. Why can't we look at honoring Rotarians of our club as saying this is the star Rotarian of the month? And so many occasions publicly looking at. Celebrate the success, celebrate failure. Look at friendship, fellowship, relationship. Get a wish is another wonderful thought that was shared by fellow presidents. Make somebody's wish come true. Work together. For the underprivileged, make their wish come true. Give them a dream and work with their dream. This is such a lovely way of satisfaction for both self as well as the club. My friends in Rotary, bear this in mind. These 4 words and the usage of these 4 words in your conscious and subconscious mind as leaders will ensure that you will have a fantastic Rotary year. Here's wishing you all the best. Many thanks. Take care. Over to you, Satish.
Thank you, Sureshji, for that lovely presentation.
Satish sir, please unmute.
Can you hear me, Krishna?
Yes, sir. Now we can.
Yeah, okay. So we are almost to the end of this program. We will be, having DLV Sharma, Harini, Rotarian Harini Ravindranath giving us the formal vote of thanks. But before that, I'm just going to run over tomorrow's program. So tomorrow morning, the first session is going to be at 9 o'clock, 9 to 10. It is 60 minutes, 1 hour. This is for vice presidents and president nominees. This is going to be, we will have DGN, DGE, and district trainer in that session. If any of the others want to join in, I think it's free. You can, President-elects also can join.
Satish, it is for past presidents also.
Yeah, it's for past presidents also. Can I add DG to the spotlight? 1 second, I'll add it myself. Yeah, you can unmute DG and also join in. So this is for past presidents, vice presidents, president nominees, and if anybody is interested, they can join. This is for 1 hour in the morning, 9 to 10 o'clock. A link will be sent to you. We will send you that consolidated links, sheet to you later this evening. We didn't want to confuse you with too many links, so we said let's have a programmed release of these Zoom accounts. So 10 to 1 o'clock is for president-elects, secretaries, treasurers, lieutenant governors, zone governors, and assistant governors. This is the year ahead with the DGE. And of course, all of us will be there. A couple of us from the district will be there. You will get to know the basket of projects that are available, what the district is planning to do, where it is going to go, for the coming year in terms of projects, in terms of engagement, in terms of empowerment. So all that is going to be discussed. And then at 3:30, we will start the Avenue Service classrooms. That is going to run parallelly. It is going to run concurrently. So we'll have club, vocational, youth, international, and community. The only difference is that the community services session is going to start at 3 o'clock and it is not at 3:30. All the others are starting at 3:30. The community service directors and focus area directors, it is a large group. I will be the facilitator, but we will be starting at 3 o'clock and it will end at 6 o'clock. The other avenue service directors classrooms will start at 3:30 and end at 5:30. So that's how it is. And then for day 3, tomorrow, day 3, it is again early morning classroom sessions, 9 to 11 will be the membership seminar. the most important. In fact, tomorrow a lot of people should attend the international seminar, international services classroom, because we are having RI director from Europe. Suresh, what is her name, Suresh?
Katrina Kutsali.
From Greece. So she's going to be addressing for 20 minutes. It will be an interesting conversation with her. So that is there tomorrow. And on day 3, that is Sunday morning, 9 to 11 is the membership seminar. We have ARC, PDG Rotarian Rajalakshmi Vadlamani. She is going to be talking to us. This is for membership chairs, president-elects, lieutenant governors, zone governors, and assistant governors. The agenda is very clear. Then we have 11:30 to 1:30, we have public image seminar, which is going to be, the keynote address is by RPIC, PDG Rotarian Deepak Shikaripur, an excellent speaker. You should also attend that session. And then we have between 3 and 5, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., we have keynote address, the Rotary Foundation seminar, where the keynote address is by RRFC PDG Lakkaraju Satyanarayan. Okay, so these are the 2 things. And on Sunday evening, don't miss the concluding session. We are starting at 5:30. By 7:15, exactly like what we're doing today, we will have the the concluding session, and all of you all are invited, and all your club members are also invited. So you can all join in. And now, without wasting any more time, unless DG wants to add something.
Satish, for community service, we would like all the assistant governors, zone governors, and lieutenant governors also to join.
Okay. So
along with the president-elects and community service, club community service directors.
Okay.
For
so I'll
community
put out,
service.
Yeah.
And last but not the least, the valedictory, we are having our RIPN, Jennifer Jones from Toronto, who's going to be the excellent motivational speaker. So you want to give more brief about her.
Yeah, she is going to be the first lady president of Rotary International. So it's going to be an amazing, she's an amazing lady we've heard of before. She can come across as, when she speaks to her, it is as if that you are actually catching up with somebody whom you have not met in a while, but somebody whom you know very well. She's that good in the way she delivers a message. I don't want any of you all to miss it. It's going to be a wonderful session, and there are going to be a lot of announcements in the concluding session. So we would request all of you all to come. Excellent speakers, lined up. Don't miss it. Look at the schedule, look at the agenda, make maybe reminders on your phone so that you will be reminded in time for you to attend. And then we will have a rocking district assembly in the next 2 days. And now over to District Secretary Designate Harini for delivering the formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, Satish. Firstly, we join both our hands and thank God for keeping us safe and healthy. Who else we see God in but the people who come to our need in distress? One of them is our DG, Nagendra sir. Thank you, sir, for being with us today and inaugurating the DTA. Our heartfelt thank you to RID, Kamal Sangvi ji, for leaving a lasting impression on our Rotarians of 3190 with your thoughtful and motivating talk. The man burning the midnight lamp to make every training happen and benefit the Rotarians, our DGE, Puzzle sir, thank you for your dedication and commitment. A big thank you to our DGN, Rotarian Jitendra Aneja sir, for your constant support and encouragement. The person who fueled the expectations and set the goals to a higher level, and as a result, changing the dimensions of 3190 and hoisting the District 3190 flag at the topmost of Rotary world, PDG Flight Lieutenant Nagesh sir, words are not enough to thank you for your support and encouragement. The man adding oil to the midnight lamp of DGE, our PDG Nagendra Somshekarappa sir, you are an epitome of energy and positivity. Thank you for being the guiding light to us. I take the opportunity to thank the entire training team led by our Deputy Trainer Satish Madhavan for your commendable job. Thank you, Dr. Upendra, for your crisp and apt introduction of our RID. Thank you, President-elect Anupama Savadi, for the interfaith prayer. Thank you, DLV Sharma, sir, for your welcome address. Suresh Warrior, sir, thank you for your buzzwords, which has added value to all the training. You are a one to reckon with your out-of-the-box thinking, which will be witnessing it tomorrow in the international avenue of service. Last, but you are the most important, today all of you all who took part in this, totally we had 1,100 plus Google form registrations, which there are no words of expression to thank you all, because this couldn't have happened if it was not for your participation. PDGs, district officers, AGs, ZGs, lieutenant governors, president-elects, secretary-elects, presidents of the current year, club officers, Rotarians. This could not have happened definitely without your august presence. A big thank you to the tech team. Krishna Arjun, thank you. I know it was not a small job for you. Last, but the most important two people who have done this hard work day in and day night, that is my co-DSDs, Rotarian Keshav and DLV Sharma, sir. A big thank you to you all and a big round of applause for your tireless and efforts. Thank you, sir.
Harini, it is three people.
Yes, sir.
Three of you.
I can't praise myself, sir.
No, you can. You can. You have done a wonderful job. All the three of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you to all the three of you.
Thank you.
And of course, Satish and the whole training team.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Every one of them.
Yeah, thank you so much, Harini. Friends, I'm just going to keep this meeting open for another 1 minute or 2 minutes. You can all unmute, say goodbye to your friends in Rotary, and we will see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, 8:45.